Better finish eating this chocolate then.
The first thing the stream hears is best start eating this chocolate then.
Oh God!
Well, you know.
With Easter.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and our non-conforming friends, welcome to another episode of Minhal. I'm here with our Saturday Samurais. Say hi, Saturday Samurais.
Hi,
Saturday Samurais.
Hello, nobles and commoners alike.
This is that was my
guy.
best Brennan Lee Mulligan impression. I hope I did well. Get myself a drink.
I'm sorry, who were you impersonating?
Winning Wee Walligan. Oh, okay. Anybody want to give their hands at a recap?
Not it.
I can't remember enough.
Thanks for letting
I'll
me
do
know
it.
that my game is that forgettable.
I know the basic.
I mean, I
Travel
can
to a
do it, I
town.
just don't want to.
I tried. It started
Where?
off in the town, didn't it? At
At the
Tosin.
mayor's. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were at the mayor's and we grouped up to discuss, some of the people discuss what was happening with the orcs and what the information that Manic found out. When we used one of the items, somebody used one of the items in that we got from the orcs to message the other orcs.
Nope, other way around.
Basically,
They called to check on their boys. And somebody
And
answered
told-
them.
Exactly. So that character, no names given, was
Smart.
not probably thinking right, and just told him that your people are dead and we're ready for you, in a sense. Bring it on.
Yep. Much
Some of the other
intelligence.
members got a little butthurt over it because they like to lie. But the noble paladin, who countless times have saved the group, refused to lie and dishonor himself. In that way, we decided then to go. We had to go to the nobles to find out who is actually the person who was on that note. That is the treasonous person. Lord Denigan and Leland don't believe it could be possibly a noble, probably more like a serf. Where the rest of the group decides it probably is someone of nobility. On the way, when we're about to have some lunch, somebody pulled two of our comrades to go hear a noise that they heard, while the others remained inside the carriage. Then they decided to fight and realized they were outnumbered and outmatched, called for Lord Leland to aid them in their battle, knowing that they cannot win without his help. As he kindly decided to let the cook the food for him while he saved his fellow group members, he tirelessly walked towards them, afraid of nothing. And there we found a Captain Bandit, but not before them exploding some dark bubbles, releasing multiple bandits. Lord Leland, who arrived on time, saw the injured gnome and thought to himself, "Oh no," and went immediately to heal the gnome to bring him back to life so he would not die. While the others tended to the goblin. Manic on the bigger boss, totally almost destroying him, had it not been for Lord Leland's help, of course, at the end. However, Sam, the real saver, held that magician lady, wizard lady, sorcerer, where she could not cast any spells, so the party was pretty much safe due to Sam's courageous act, following Lord Leland's command to do so. Then, rescuing the daughter brought the family back together again. They were so happy, they offered the gig to escort them to a town we were already going to. and paid a handsomely 50 gold pieces in order to do so. Once arrived into the town, we realized that the Bard Fest will be happening, and it is a lively event. During that time, the gnome and his daughter arrive safely and come to be that he can actually play a really good instrument. The end.
Well, if you didn't already have inspiration, I'd say take it again. But I know you do. That was a very liberal retelling of last episode.
I just want to say this. At the risk of sounding like I'm borrowing scripting from Marvel Studios, you and I remember Budapest very differently.
I think that was a very in-character recap.
Yep, very, very
Oh,
much
it was
so.
a very in-character recap, yes.
So yeah, you guys made it to the Mossy Tankard, the biggest building in the hamlet of Green Hollow. It's quite a nice tavern, owned by the, how do we say, aged like fine wine, elf Astrid Greenleaf, the bard herself, renowned worldwide for her beautiful melodies and storytelling abilities, and rocking Elos's world.
Canon.
You guys have gotten rooms for the night. If I remember correctly, Lord Leland ordered the Lover's Suite, which is the biggest suite. And it's its own building out behind the tavern. Tink and Jinx, the two gnomes you saved, they're playing on stage. You guys have gotten drinks and gathered around the table. You've done some carousing, you've talked to some folks, and Lord Leland has met a new friend who has offered to enchant some of his items. And Lord Leland pays for these enchantments and is so excited that he brings his new friend to the table. So, Rudius, why don't you describe your character for the viewers?
Okay, so Rudius Octavian Nimble Digits is a 3-foot gnome with red hair and a red beard. He's wearing goggles. His hair is like messy and unkempt, and just kind of looks like a mad scientist kind of vibe.
That is excellent. I love it.
Rudius Octavian Nimble Digits, the gnome artificer from Cakesy, is traveling the world in hopes of coming up with some new inventions that can help rise the status of not only his artisans guild, but himself and the Nimble Digit name. R-O-N, I'm just going to call you Ron because your name is a tongue twister. So you are Ron now.
Oh my gosh.
Rudy.
Hey, Rudy.
You're not wrong.
And you guys are sat around here with drinks, and with that, I will hand it over to you guys.
Okay. So, Rudy, you made him pay up front, right?
Oh yes, of course. He tried to cock an attitude with me, and well, my hammer barely missed his toe. And then we came to an agreement.
Ah, well, see, there you go. Good stuff. Glad to hear it. Welcome to the party.
That is the worst interpretation of facts I have ever heard.
What
Rudy
facts?
just starts playing with his hammer.
I just asked a question. I don't know nothing about nothing, sir. Nothing about nothing. I mean, just ask it. I mean, anybody can ask, obviously. just a lowly peasant.
This place
We
is
all
quite
have
lively.
crosses, okay.
You've been told, that the Battle of the Bards isn't until next week. It'll probably happen once you guys are gone, but there are some people who gather in town weeks before just because of the travel, and they want to make sure that they're there in time. So the place is pretty full. And it's a party atmosphere in here, as Tink is just finishing up his rendition of Woolly-Eyed Joseph, and Jinx is going into a little solo number.
I'm gonna buy drinks for everybody. And the bar.
Absolutely. What kind of drinks?
I'm gonna go patrons and patriots. Drinks are on the house. Well, technically they're on me.
I was going to say, Astrid
The
looks at
best
you with
ale.
a cocked eyebrow. Like, no, they don't. No, they're not.
The best ale possible. Enjoy the festivities and the music. This has all been brought to you by Lord Leland.
Yeah, they start rushing at the bar to order drinks, and Astrid's kind of eyeing you, and she kind of goes, 200 silver.
Okay. That's how much gold is that?
20.
I'm gonna give her 30 gold.
Oh, somebody might get a visit tonight.
No. I'm gonna just tell her to make sure everybody has a good time.
I specialize at good times, Lord.
Wow, Frankie.
To the monarchy!
It gets quiet instantly. Even Jinx stops playing.
I'm sorry, what did you just say? To the monarchy?
Are you insane?
Elo stands up from the table and looks around the room. It's like, it's okay, guys. He suffered a head injury recently. It's fine. He's not serious.
They all kind of look, and it starts as a murmur again, but eventually the mood picks back up. Free drinks is free drinks.
Exactly.
Not ready for that, I see, yes.
Yeah. The monarchy was dissolved for a reason, sir. And
Sometime,
anywhere outside the noble courts, you'd be well advised to remember it.
sometimes the things
We
that
have a divination
happened in the
wizard,
past come back to
paladin,
better
a
us.
soul knife rogue, Shatterkai barbarian, a gnome,
Yeah, because
artificer,
that's what that's about.
and our cleric, unfortunately, is off for
Can't
tonight.
let one
So-
bad sheep ruin a herd.
So, Rudy, tell us about yourself. I'm Elos. Leland is a notoriously smooth talker with notoriously bad manners when it comes to the people around him.
Oh, forgive me, I didn't introduce them to you guys. Yes, he helped me enchant some items. Although he seemed short, his prices were very tall.
I'm just going to forget that you said that and pretend that it was a compliment. But yes, I'm from I was born in Cakesy and have kind of traveled all over the place, going to different artisan guilds and stuff and learning as many trades as I can. And I met an artificer along the way that kind of trained me. And that is kind of what I do now. I just travel around and will try to learn as many crafts as I can, and drink the night away.
Sounds all right.
Elos, make a perception check.
Okay. Perception or insight?
Perception.
Copy that. Here we go. 27.
You are a rogue. A thief, some might say, but you know.
Hey,
a
easy
real
now.
A real Robin Hood. But you know, and can smell from a mile away, a lawman. And a man has made his way from a table to the bar and is trying to look nonchalant as he is staring through slitted eyes at your table and nursing a mug of ale. But it seems your friend has, in his pronouncement, has caught the attention of someone.
Damn artificer.
Yeah, it was the artificer.
All right. Yeah, totally the artificer's fault. All right. I am going to take this opportunity, sir, to activate my once daily use of detect thoughts.
Uh-huh.
And I am going to tune into the surface thoughts of this obviously a cop character that has grouped up over at the bar.
Yeah, so this here is Elfric Swiftboot. He is human. He's a pretty big black man. Got a big beard. He's wearing a breastplate and some leather breeches. You've been in town before. You know this guy is like a sheriff. You know, the people kind of elected him. They don't really have a mayor or a lord here in Green Hollow. So the sheriff kind of runs the deal, but surface thoughts are, I don't recognize these people. This damn festival every year brings in all kinds of riffraff, and now I've got an asshole on the brink of starting an all-out brawl in the bar. How
It'll be fine.
might I get rid of them?
Yeah, and we had established last time that I have been here before, and while I know who the sheriff is, he does not know
Exactly.
me. So, all right. You know, I'll go ahead and move that around the room and see if I can spot anybody who's still giving Leland the hairy eyeball after his pronouncement. And I will tune in for their surface thoughts as well, just making sure that we're not actually getting ready to start a riot.
Now that you're scanning the room, looking specifically, we're going to make this an investigation roll.
Oh, gee, I'm terrible at those. Oh, wait, no, I'm not.
While he's doing that, noting I'm probably
Is it
just
21
sitting
enough?
with back of wall scanning for anyone that looks like they're angry as well. I don't know if that'd be more like just trying to read the room though, rather than looking at any particular people.
Yeah, make a perception check.
And I believe Elo's got 21 is what I heard.
Yep, I got a 21, but I also have a side eye that I can throw on that if it's not quite high enough.
Manic, this ale's just damn good. You know what I mean? Like,
Everyone seems fine. Everyone's enjoying the show.
this is good dwarven shit, man. Leland's
all
a
checks
pretty
out.
good guy sometimes, you know? But Elos,
Dudes.
there's a couple people that kind of stand out to you. First, there's a big old red dragonborn sitting at the table, kind of off the shoulder.
Yeah.
He's in full plate armor, bearing
How
the
about this guy here?
Yep, bearing the insignia of the Brimha army. They are in service directly to the council. And at the southern table, there's a well-dressed woman in this really high-collared leather kind of like trench coat with two Fey attendants with her. She's also kind of eyeballing you guys.
Well, let's go ahead and get Surface thoughts on the Dragonborn first, since he's the one that seems like he's most likely to get violent.
Yeah, he is just waiting for an excuse, is his Surface thoughts. He just keeps repeating fucking traitors in his head as he's staring at the table. The well-dressed woman, on the other hand, who is a human, is amused, is quite interested in this talk.
Oh, perfect. All right. Oh man, there are so many evil things that I want to do here, and the most appropriate and team player version of it is, hey guys, I think we need to go to our rooms. But I think instead what it's going to come down to Dinnigan, Braun, hold our table, and hey Leland.
Yes, Elos.
If you look over to your right, and I will point out the well-dressed woman in the high-collared gown with the Fey attendants. I don't know why, but I have this weird feeling that you might find yourself some more amicable company if you went and greeted the High Lady over there. I think she's more accustomed to your social station than ours.
Someone worthy to talk to. Fantastic. You say you wonder why. Have you not looked at me recently? I am a handsome man after all. I will get up and walk towards her with an ale.
As soon as he gets up from the table, I will use psychic whispers.
Okay.
And I will include Sam, Rudy, and Manic. It's like, okay, guys. So the Dragonborn over here behind me is thinking in his head over and over again, those fucking traitors, those fucking traitors. He is getting ready to start something. And I imagine that it's going to kick off the next time Leland opens his mouth at anything above a whisper. So just be ready.
Leland,
On that, I immediately am eyeballing this dude and trying to see, is he going to go us? And I pull my weapon out like it's resting on the table.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so he doesn't notice that because you guys, if you look directly at him, his eyes do not leave Leland
Okay.
as he makes his way down to this table. And this woman, she's got blonde hair. It's cut short, like a fade, kind of coned back in the middle. Underneath this leather trench coat, she's wearing almost what would be the equivalent of like a suit. She's a well-dressed woman. The fawn to her left is a male. He's just dressed in plain clothes as well. He's got a satchel that he's carrying, and the female, Eladrin, that's with her, is also plainly dressed in a plain gown and is sitting there. And none of them are talking as you approach. Gonna have to forgive my son. He's being pretty loud.
My friend there, Elos, has pointed you out to me and said that you, possibly of noble birth, might want to have a discussion with me. I must admit, once I looked at it your way after he pointed you out, it did quite catch my attention. I'm gonna take a seat at the table.
You keep strange company for a noble.
This cross we all must bear at times, I tell you. The amount of times I've had to save them from death.
You're also quite brave to shout out in a hamlet such as this about a monarchy.
I find sometimes the truth is best told. What is your take on the monarchy? Are you for it or against it?
She looks around at where she is and says, "This is not the place where those discussions should happen, my lord."
Well, half these people aren't smart enough to be able to decide between the two.
Leland's a human, right?
Yes.
Do your teachers and parents, did they not tell you how hamlets like this were treated under the monarchy?
I admit I do not have a lot of experience with so many commoners, but I imagine that they were treated fair and honorable as long as they paid their taxes like they're supposed to. And if not, they probably got closed down.
It wasn't the best of times for the serfs during the monarchy, so while I would not presume to tell a lord such as yourself how he should act, I would tell you that you are drawing attention that you might not want.
Attention, you mean besides you? It is true I'm a one-woman man. I don't want multiple women at once.
Oh, God.
I'm talking more about the attention that ends with all of us being banned from this establishment, as well as bloodstains to the stone.
Frankie, if I may, I will use the telepathic feat to send a telepathic message to Astrid behind the bar, and I will ask her if Leland starts a fight, does that mean we all get thrown out, or can she just be merciful and let it be just him? Because he's not with us.
Unfortunately, when you try to make the psychic link, you are blocked. Astrid wears a ring of mind shielding. She's met you before.
Ah, yep, fair enough. Well, it's not like I can control her mind. I mean, jeez.
Like, get out of my head, pervert.
What's the most expensive bottle or skin of alcohol at the bar, Frankie?
That would be a bottle of Rhyniol Elven Brandy.
How much does that cost?
That's 20 gold a bottle.
Okay, well, I'm taking one. Taking one.
Yeah, go ahead. That's expensive for booze, buddy.
Well, putting it on the tab. This tab.
Yep. You go up and she's like, "Oh, okay, yeah." He said he's gonna pay for it. I'll add it to his room charge.
Ready to walk up to the bar and also get the most expensive bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
They're screwing with me.
And then
You don't know yet.
I don't know why you think
Yeah, what
He's
you
gonna ask
get?
for 2 glasses.
What you get is a bottle of what's called a Fireball.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's a gnomish whiskey, so it's good stout stuff.
He's gonna ask for 2 glasses. And then he's gonna walk up and sit next to the Dragonborn and pour him and the Dragonborn a glass.
That's one way.
It takes a moment for him to register what's going on, because he is staring daggers through Lord Leland's skull from across the bar. And a couple things happen. First of all, Tink and Jinx are going to take a break, and there's this beautiful blonde elven bard who takes the stage with a much shyer looking younger human woman, and they introduce themselves as the Clairvoyants. That is their name. And they are a team, and this is you guys take it that this is like a teacher and a student kind of deal. And they begin performing, and the Dragonborn looks down at the glass of whiskey you just poured him, picks it up and throws it back, puts it down, and nods at you, waiting to see what you'll say.
Yeah, I set the bottle on the table between us, and I also throw my drink back too. I'll be like, I'll just look at me like, it's a weird night, isn't it? Rudius Octavian Nimble Digits. Good to meet you.
I am Thormdeck. You with that traitor over there? And he kind of gestures with his head towards Leland.
Oh, that guy? I met him like 10 minutes ago. He wanted like some kind of magical weapons or something. He paid me handsomely. I gave him what he wanted. Had no idea that, that's how he was. But yeah, I just trying to meet people, go around. I'm kind of an artisan. Go around trying to sell like wares and help people out. Is there what are you looking for? What can I do for you? And I'll pour us both another drink.
You worked on his weapons and armor. What exactly is he carrying?
I believe it's just a long sword and a shield that I worked on.
Were they magical, or they are now? Correct.
Well, yeah, they are now. Let's focus on you and what I can do for you.
He's sizing up Leland, trying to gauge, like, okay, how much training does this guy have?
Here, drink. I bought this bottle for us so we could discuss business.
Appreciate it. And he reaches and he grabs the bottle and he just starts drinking straight from that and holds it in his hand. And he leans over towards the elven woman next to him and starts whispering something.
While he's doing that, what weapons and armor do I see on him?
He is in full plate armor. He has a great sword draped across his back. He does not carry a shield.
Okay.
He has a couple rings on his finger. Being that you're an artificer, you can kind of glean that those are probably magical.
Okay.
Question if I can.
He pours some of the whiskey into the woman's glass, and then he looks back at you. Somebody from that table you came from should probably get control and get the dog back on a leash. Or he'll be neutered before he leaves.
Can I hear that being said?
Sure, you're probably listening in, seeing this happen.
I will go talk with them because I think they want to do more business, and I will let them know. Listen, you want another bottle? Because I'll get you another bottle of that, or whatever you want. What would you like to drink? I'll get you another bottle.
This is fine.
And maybe we can talk business later.
This is fine. He waves the whiskey bottle at you. And at that point, as you step away, Elfric kind of steps up to him and leans down and begins whispering. I think Elfric can sense that tensions are high right now. So, but yeah, you heard that, Elos, and Rudy, you reapproach the table to address the group.
So would I have heard that, or am I too far?
Yeah, no, you're too far. In a loud bar with a band playing.
No, that's fine. Yep.
And not to mention your own trap flapping.
Yes, I'm talking to the lady.
Question if I can. Noting that since Elos's warning, essentially, I've straight eyeballing this dude, trying to size him up. Does he look capable of taking Leland? Like, does he look like a considerable threat? Or, and I assume he wants to, but do I think he will?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
I know you don't have like that fighter feature where you can like size somebody up, but I'll give you the best that you can know.
19.
19, you think one-on-one it would probably be a pretty fair fight, but all of you against him, he doesn't stand a chance.
Okay.
And you think that he
friends?
also recognizes that fact? So that's why he's trying to gauge the possible interference of the table before he goes jumping.
Okay.
Because he is the only one here. Even the elven woman sitting next to him is not in regalia. He's the only one wearing our army insignia.
Oh, sorry. Is there only the one army? Or are there, like, is this just one nation?
Yeah, so Brimha, the entirety of Brimha, everything south of the mountain on the main continent is all ruled under the council with one army.
I don't know how much I'd know about it, but does he have any insignias to show like rank or anything, or is it just indicating that he's in the army?
Make a history check. See how much you've heard since you've been in here. You
14.
are a planewalker. 14. You've seen a couple guys in the army since you've crossed over from planes, the Gloomscape. Not everybody wears armor this nice, so you can probably guess he's of a pretty decent rank. Probably an officer.
Is it gross? Alright, cool. I will stick with that.
Does the Dragonborn have any visible scars that we can see? Anything that stands out?
He obviously he's scaled, so it's hard to kind of make out. But yeah, he definitely has the signs that he's been in some tussles. He does not look uncomfortable in his armor. It's not okay. It's not as polished as Sir Dinnigan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's not as dark as mine.
Bit sturdier, though.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey, listen, guys. You might wanna go get your friend over there. Because dragon guy over there, he's not happy. He's got a big old sword and
Frankie,
Leland,
don't hate me for what I'm about to do.
No, you're not about to do anything. Leland, back at your table. The well-dressed woman is looking at you. And what might I call you, sir?
Forgive me, how rude of me. I'm gonna stand up and bow to her. I'm Lord Leland. Would you care to dance? The music seems to be playing just the right rhythm for us. Perhaps you can tell me more of the stories of these serfs who were mistreated.
Make a persuasion roll.
19.
My name is Doralia. It is so nice to meet you, Lord Leland, and I would love to dance. Thank you for the follow, whoever that
Fantastic.
was.
I'm going to reach my hand out to her to help her up.
Yeah, she reaches out and takes your hand, and you lead her out onto the floor.
Yeah.
It is a very odd sight for you guys back at the table to watch this armored paladin with this woman in this very proper suit begin to dance. But hey, that's what happens now. Elos, what were you saying?
Elos sees Leland get up from the table and take the lady by the hand and take her out to a clear spot to dance with her. And just subsides back into his chair. I had an idea, and you have you've made it somewhat impractical.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Leland, while you are dancing, Doralia leans in and whispers in your ear. And she says, to the monarchy, to the humans, we were born to rule these people.
I'm just going to have a big smile, a grin on my face, and dance with her even more elegantly. If I had a ring on me, I ask you to marry me tonight.
Guys, Leland is smiling like you've never seen him smile before out there dancing. Go ahead and make a performance roll for me, Leland. Let's see if you step on her toes.
Oh, that would be so nice. Performance. Come on, that's 20. 8.
Leland's a bit awkward out there.
Hey, but can I use my inspiration to reroll
Yes,
that?
you may.
Hey, is that the first use of inspiration?
I think that
For
is
anyone?
the first use of
I
inspiration.
rate it.
Damn it, a 4.
Okay.
It was almost a crit though.
Almost. She feels after a minute or two that she needs to take the lead on this, and she starts leading you in the dance. It's quite entertaining for the rest of the bar.
Embarrassing.
Jinx is back behind you, stifling a laugh.
Difficult dancing in armor, that's all.
There you go.
Forgive me, my lady. I'm not used to dancing with my armor on.
It's quite ouch. It's quite all right.
I did, however, get a suite if you need a place to stay for the evening. I can sleep on the floor while you have the room.
I appreciate the offer. Let's see how the night goes. We've just met, good sir.
No, I was being serious. Let's sleep on the floor. I wasn't trying to hook up with her.
This is great.
You bought her a drink, asked her to dance? What do you mean?
It wouldn't be proper without being married.
Oh, Leland's that guy. Okay. Insight into Leland. Back at the table. Elfric steps away from the Dragonborn, and he seems to be relaxed a bit now. And
Does it look like the Dragonborn settled as well?
yes, as he looks a little perturbed at what he was just told by Elfric, but he's kind of resigned himself to not fighting.
Who's Alfred?
Elfric is
Sheriff.
the sheriff.
Okay.
Noting the Dragonborn calm down a bit, I also chill just a little bit, but I'm still staring at him.
Man, Manic's actually a little sad that it kind of got cooled off.
Bullshit.
Don't worry, Manic. If I knew he was doing it, we probably would have already fought.
And the night continues. Anything else anybody wants to go and do? Sam, are you even there?
Well, kind of. I'm not sure if the guys would have seen me going back and forth from the bar back to my alcohol wagon, but I'm going to ask Astrid if she wants to gamble on her ring.
Oh, I did not see your DM. Let me read this real quick.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, well, you got to remember, I got a lot more pulled up on my screen than you guys do.
It doesn't matter. It's just shenanigans.
Okay, yeah. This whole time this fight's about to happen, you even messaged him and told him, but he didn't care. He's just been going back and forth from the bar, filling up water skins and the other implements.
She's just racking up the tab.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Can you give me the name of the, was it brandy again? What was it?
It's Rhinial. That's the Elven island nation to the south. Elven brandy.
Good, good. I'm just going to ask for a second bottle just to close off the night.
20 gold.
Cool.
We have now gone over the 30, plus what you siphoned off. So, over 30 that Leland has originally paid. And after the dance is over, and you go to order your next drink, Astrid, my lord, the patrons at your table have been ordering drinks, and they said you had it covered. You owe another 600 gold.
600 gold. Good lord.
Yeah, I've
For
got a
what?
festival tomorrow, and that little halfling, I guess, is putting him away. He's been nonstop to the bar. I might have to restock before the festival next
I'm gonna
week.
glare at. Do I see Sam? Do I see Sam?
You can look over
Probably
at the
not.
table and see Sam. Yeah.
Wait,
I am
wait,
definitely,
wait,
when I hear that total, looking over at the table.
wait. I hear his outburst from the bar. And wait. I have a 22 for stealth. Elos is nowhere around when you look over at the table.
He is hiding.
How much ale is 600 gold pieces? That's like 50 barrels. What were they
Well,
ordering?
no.
The most expensive wine?
Oh, they were getting Rhinial, Elven Brandy, and then he wanted the deep reserves of Anvil's Hearth Dwarven Ale. He said something about having casks on a cart he needed to fill. So he did.
They bought ale. Or they bought brandy.
Oh, they bought the brandy, my friend. Would you like to try some?
And they didn't offer me any.
Well, you seemed distracted. You had that nice woman up on the
Not
dance
see
floor.
why we should bring back the monarchy now. And I'm going to hand her 600 gold pieces.
All right.
And there he goes.
Give me a second.
So
Hold on, 600 gold pieces. Oh, God, 600 gold pieces? I'm going to tell everybody's cut off. I'm not paying anymore for my table.
Here,
Anyone on my
Frankie,
table doesn't get any more.
Does that help?
600 gold pieces. Oh my God.
No, I don't have the encounter built or pulled up yet. I thought you guys had talked your way out of it, so I closed it. And now I've got to rebuild it.
I'm getting a
should
feeling
try.
that he yelled something out as he paid gold that is instigating something, but I didn't quite catch it. As
He
my
said-
internet's been shitty.
He said this is why the monarchy should be back.
And he's like
Hmm?
10 feet away from this dragonboard dude as he says this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
I don't
like,
know. I just had to pay
maybe
600 gold.
12.
I was pretty upset. Sorry. So I was just taking advantage of my kindness.
Give me a second.
I am still just eyeballing Dragonborn. I'm assuming he's reacting.
He is. I've got to completely
Yeah.
redo this. So what we're gonna
Just
do?
so we know, add a character that was not done to provoke a fight. That's just what my character would have out. I played him like he would
I
be.
know, but the trigger word was to say
No, I
the
understand.
monarchy.
I was
Anything
just letting
about monarchy,
everybody
yeah.
else know. I just want to make sure everybody else was okay with that. I just want to let them.
Yeah. So
Oh,
what
well,
we're gonna
I'm
do?
fine with
What we're gonna do is while I rebuild this, you guys, we're gonna take a 5-minute bio break, go use the bathroom, get some snacks.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
popcorn.
hey, Leland, the fun thing about the setting, we're on our way to the capital to try to meet with the council to try to unmask a traitor who might be selling us out to the orcs.
Yeah.
Somebody that's actually in favor of bringing back the monarchy would make a really good spot on that suspect list.
I can't
I
help
know
that.
it.
I'm too honorable to be a traitor, but I understand. You can suspect him.
No, sadly, I really don't suspect you, because the actual traitor would be smart enough not to advertise.
His dance partner.
Yeah,
It was the 600 gold that made him say that.
mm-hmm.
Let the notes
Blame the
state that it was the
peasant. That's
halfling's
right.
fault.
And
Yep.
A lot of
Let
gold.
the
with
record
that-
show.
with that,
Samwise did it.
we're gonna mute.
Damn you, Sam. Oh, like 600 gold, Sam? Really?
It's okay, man. He's good for it.
He's a noble. He's got deep pockets.
The rich aren't rich because they spend their own money.
I didn't spend my own money.
I know. That's what I was trying to say. Like, doesn't matter if I have deep pockets. The rich don't get rich by spending their own money.
Also, just heads up to Micah, it's not usually this unhinged this early.
Isn't it?
Oh no,
It usually takes us a little bit of time.
This is so much fun. I love this. I'm having a good time. So, no worries at all.
I thought this was just like okay, we start off, we go to bed, and we step up in the morning, we're like, no. Let's start a race war or a class war.
It was this. I'm telling you, the 600. I'm actually upset as a player for my character. 600 gold. Good lord, that's a lot of wine.
You're good for
And
that.
I didn't get offered anything. That's a lot of cans.
Hey, you paid for the Dragonboard's whiskey too, so.
Oh, luckily, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know the Dragonborn. I don't even know he has a problem with me.
Hey, you're not tracking that at all.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah, because none of us actually told you about it. So you're just like,
No.
yes,
And I
everyone.
didn't hear
Yeah.
the conversation, so I don't know nothing.
Did I get a discount?
Yeah,
on those cars?
in my say again.
Jeepers, this woman must be okay. Whatever.
I bought it in bulk, lady. Come
I
on.
got 600 golds worth of cask.
I imagine you cleared up just now. Did she make more than 600 gold in that week? I can't imagine. It's a lot of money. Oh, gotcha. She can raise prices. Still a lot of money. Sam. And I even put you in my recap very nicely.
Thanks, Leland.
No, that's funny. Trying to feel bad for my group though.
I've been eyeballing this dude. I'm waiting. I'm ready.
Oh my
I don't even know anything's wrong.
God. We know.
I have a
That'd
job.
be great.
Elos warned me. I'm like, bro, like, you didn't tell me not to fight him. You just said, hey, that guy's a threat. I'm like, okay, I'm on it.
Yep. That is exactly what I did. And I'm not sorry.
See, if you want to go on my character's mind, he honestly doesn't believe how anybody wouldn't want the monarchy back. So in his mind, there's like nothing wrong with him talking like that. Sure, one bad apple can't spoil a whole tree, though. But see, that's because where he grew up, it was more sheltered.
We have no dog in the fight when it comes to the politics because I am too new to this land.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm just looking at this dude just getting narky. I'm like, y'all want to fight?
Yep. Wow.
Sorry, Elos.
You know, it's
And
fine.
Sorry, Mike. I know you guys were doing your best.
Well, you know, the good news is if we start a fight everywhere we go, then we're not going to get far. We're not going to get far without Eric being here to play Braun.
Parties.
You do
Next
understand
session,
that I don't
after
even
the
know that I'm starting a fight, right?
Well, no, I do.
That's what makes it better.
But after this, my character will know. So
Maybe we'll learn. Maybe we'll not.
learn what?
I don't know. The way Leland's mind works, I'm afraid to guess what he might learn from this. But yeah, if the first GIF I posted up is Leland's entrance as he walks over to the woman's table, the second one, the guy that gets bashed with the shield and goes flying, that's Leland getting cock blocked by the Dragonborn. Ah.
You're right. You're just reacting to our actions. Hello, consequences of my own actions. How do you
We are getting questions in the chat.
Shame out loud, because
I didn't want to cheat and look at what's on your screen.
Yeah, they are level 5 currently.
All right. Do you want me to hop into Twitch and see if I can field the questions for you? I think I can mute the audio from the Twitch so that it doesn't give me any grief.
1 second. I gotta turn. Oh, I never turned the music up. There we go. No, we're back. They can hear us. So the questions were, what kind of party do you guys got? Which I answered that. You guys didn't hear me because I was just talking to the stream while you guys were having fun role playing. And then they asked what level you guys are. Somebody said 5. So that questions have been answered.
Imagine if they had said 6, and then we would have to like level up our sheets.
Yeah, because we can't be liars.
Yikes.
how many viewers do we got?
Currently, right now, we have 2 on Twitch, 1 on YouTube. Thank you for being here. We had 6 at one point, but I think they left during the break, unfortunately. But that happens.
Tell your friends, share the videos, and welcome them to the fun adventure of Minhal.
All right, I need everybody to roll initiative.
I was just paying for my drinks.
Crap. I rolled low.
Me too.
Rudy's up. It'd make sense you rolling low, noting that you're not tracking any of it occurring.
Yeah.
You're just like, what's going on with the peasants today? They're getting awful rowdy.
So first up is Thorndeck, the Dragonborn warrior, who stands from his seat and pulls his greatsword. And as he back, and as he pulls his greatsword off his back, he says something in Draconic, and the flame, his sword alights in flames.
Sweet. Stuff to
Wait,
sell.
do I speak Draconic?
I don't know.
No,
Do you
so.
speak Draconic?
I do.
I don't.
Anybody who
I
does, he literally just said flame on.
Flame on!
So this guy is like Johnny Storm or something.
He is going to... 1 second. I need to...
Yeah. What would be funny is if he said, when he said flame on, if he became a human torch. Well, draconic torch.
Why is Archon the Cruel on the map? Oh god, he's an Echo Knight.
He bonus action calls his echo right behind Leland.
Oh fuck.
He's gonna make an attack with his echo
I
at you.
feel like that should be with advantage because I don't even know he's attacking me.
Oh, I was already gonna attack with advantage. Thank you for giving me permission, though. 22 to hit.
Yes.
That misses
No, that misses.
with your new enchantments.
Good god.
But you do see this greatsword, this spectral greatsword, land on the bar next to you as you're screaming.
I'm not screaming.
And he also approaches and pushes this carpenter out of the way. Next is Elos.
Okay. Wow, really? That's terrifying. I rolled a 12 for initiative and I'm next.
Yep.
Okay.
At least you weren't Elfric, who rolled a 1.
I am going to take my first attack against the Echo, who
Okay.
has, made the show of attacking. I am just going to very, very subtly, because remember, I made a stealth check and had like a 22. I'm over here on this, far side of the room. I'm just gonna chuck a psychic knife, and I'm going to target the Echo itself rather than the Dragonborn. And let's see what we get. That is an 18 to hit.
18 just hits.
Okay.
It's
Thanks.
dispelled.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought was one point of damage. So, now bonus action. I am going to move, and technically the title of the action is hide, but what I'm actually going to do is slip to the next table over and attempt to blend.
Okay, go ahead. Roll.
I
spell
will.
check.
I will speak to the Eladrin in Elvish and say, good evening, milady. Please don't be alarmed. I'm just passing by. I promise I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you folks, okay? Right.
She keeps her eyes down and doesn't even acknowledge your presence.
Okay. Yeah. I have a 16 on the hide check. I can add a
Okay.
d6 to that if you'd like.
We'll see if it comes up. Manic, you are up.
I'm gonna, seeing old mate just get up and start swinging, I will teleport right next to him. With it, sorry, I just appear next to him, weapons out, and I'm just gonna push him against the counter, and just basically try and like push him down. while screaming in his face.
Okay. So first thing I need is an opposed athletics check.
Oh no.
He rolled a
I am not
25.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 26.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So you've got him pinned against the bar and you scream at him. Now I want an intimidation check. You can roll with advantage because you have him pinned.
Oh my god, that's great.
That's a +0. Let's go.
Do it.
It's
Can
an
Bronmir
18.
give him guidance?
Yeah, we'll say add a d4 to this. So 18, add a d4.
Good old Braun.
So I'm not like comprehensively speaking to him. I'm literally just screaming with rage at him.
And he's caught off guard and his eyes go wide like he's not.
Because at this stage, I'd still also be kind of like ghostly because I've just teleported
I was
across.
getting ready to say, yeah, let's picture this. You Nightcrawler across this bar and just, he's got his eyes on Leland, flaming greatsword in hand, and you just appear and pin him to this bar, screaming at him. So we'll see what comes of that, Lord Leland.
I'm gonna turn around and look at it, and I see Manic pressing this guy against the bar. Manic, is there something wrong with this commoner?
Well, you just undid that intimidation.
Can I cast a spell?
I don't know. Does your character sheet say you have a spell?
Yeah, but I don't know whether to use it. I don't really use spells much, but
It's your
oh,
turn.
we haven't had a
Oh,
long rest either yet. Okay, so can I cast command on him?
You can
On who?
The commoner, the guy.
The dragon.
Okay.
I like to make him grovel. I like to make him grovel, to beg for,
Is that a wisdom
to
save?
beg me to let him live. Yeah, 13. I gotta mark the spell on my sheet though.
So Eric says your stream's only on the pause menu.
I'm looking at the stream right now. They should be able to see. He might be behind. It says I'm broadcasting, and I'm looking at it right now. I can pull it up on my phone too. That's a wisdom save, correct?
Yeah, 13 DC.
He failed.
So I want him to grovel to beg me for his life to let him live.
You get one word, my friend.
Oh, poop.
Hey man, that's something I would do.
Wow.
Poop your pants.
No, one word. It'd be grovel. I don't know. Like, what is the term grovel in D&D? Kind of like in real life,
Yeah.
where they're like begging you.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
I just wanted to make sure you can't say
Okay.
grovel, beg me for just grovel is the command
Okay.
word.
Yeah. So would that be embarrassing for him?
Well, he has to do it. You just cast the spell.
You know what? No. So I'm gonna. Is interaction with an object free?
If it's your
Is that like a
object, it's a
free-
free action.
So if I tell him, it says I can tell him to drop. He has to drop like whatever he's holding. So that'd be his weapon, right?
Correct?
So would I be able to pick it up?
No, he does not act on a command until his next turn.
Oh. What do you guys think the best option here is? I would say
Freeze. Stop. Something along those lines would be fine.
here we go. Flee.
Okay, flee will work. All right, Samwise, you are up.
Oof. Is that a great sword that he has?
It is.
Thorndrake. Okay. I will just
I do want to make sure that the party is comprehending what is happening right now. This is an officer in the Brimha army
Mm-hmm.
in a packed tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know what the stakes are.
Also, I don't know what that means.
Samwise, your
Also-
turn is up.
Right next to the
I
sheriff.
don't know what that means.
This looks like we are supporting the traitor that's proclaiming that the royals should be brought back.
He started the fight. Why does that make it look bad on us?
Yeah, I'm just stopping a bar fight, bro.
I'll point a finger to Thorndrake and say, "Now hold on," and I will cast that spell on him. It's a wisdom 16 save.
For
Oh my god.
what spell?
Hold person.
Awesome. You cast
Oh.
Hold Person, you watch the ring on his finger illuminate, nothing happens.
Fuck, how am I gonna get that fucking sword? Okay.
Oh my god.
I could have said drop. Sorry.
Ugh. Well, that's good because now he not only has a sword that's valuable, but also a ring.
All right, Sir Diddigan is up. He minds his own business. That is an army officer. He recognizes the rank, and he knows that he wants nothing to do with this fight because it is now a lose-lose situation. Elfric is going to move in, and he is going to shout, "Stop this madness," and he is going to attempt to pull you off of the Dragonborn. Manic, I need you to roll a strength check or an athletics check.
I will
Pause.
let him.
I will shout through the psychic link, let him do his job. Back off.
Yeah, as I've seen because I figured, did someone tell me this is sheriff? Oh, we could tell it is.
Yeah.
Either way, as he's come up and he's attempting to break it up, I will let him push me back, like a little bit of give, but I'm not. I'm still staring at the Dragonborn though.
Yep, absolutely. This elvish woman pulls a stone out of her pocket and begins whispering into it. And we are back at the top at the Dragonborn, who is under a command spell and will use his movement to start running out the door. He's got 30 feet of movement. How far did I just move him? I moved him too far.
That's about right.
Right there. All right, Elos, you are up.
You know, I'm going to sit here with the lovely lady in the high collared gown and continue to attempt to just blend. Yeah, I am going to hold my action. I will take the ready to action if anyone attempts to actually attack me personally. I will defend myself by attacking with a psychic knife. But until then, I am just chilling out here.
All right,
Yeah.
with that, Manic, you would be back up.
Micah just pointed out that he did not get a turn.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you not in the turn? You are not in my turn or my initiative order. I'm sorry. Go ahead and go, Micah. I don't know why it
No,
did
it's
not
okay.
bring you up in this, and so that's why
I didn't want to interrupt or anything.
What was your initiative roll again?
23.
22?
Oh, shit.
You should have gone first for
23.
Oh, yeah, go
23.
ahead. You actually, go ahead and take 2 turns.
Oh yeah. I mean, Rudius would just go over to this table
With the other gnomes.
and bring his drink with him and just start chit-chatting and drinking and just letting the sheriff do what the sheriff needs to do.
So I will ask this: is anybody else going to do anything before this Dragonborn is back up?
I am.
All I would be doing is stepping between the Dragonborn and Leland, but I'm looking at the Dragonborn. I still haven't drawn my sword. I'm just kind of like holding it.
Okay. And so after Manic, Leland, you are up.
So what I would do is I would go back to the lady. Pardon me, I'm so sorry for that rude interruption. Where were we?
Does Leland even notice Elo sitting here?
Probably not. I'm not sitting, I'm standing. I went to the lady. I didn't sit down. And I tell her how I apologize for that person's rude actions.
All right.
Oh, you mean the guy that's only 5 feet away from you right now? Mm-hmm.
She says to you, I told you you should watch your tongue. Samwise, you are up.
I'm gonna hide.
Just under the table. Like,
Oh my gosh.
All right. Dennigan again, gonna mind his own business. Elfric is also going to put himself. No, he can't move that far. So he's moving his way towards, and he has shouted, "Enough! You will get out of this bar. The lot of you." And he looks at everybody who is sitting at your table. "If you have rooms, go to them, and I expect you gone in the morning. You're not welcome in Green Hollow." And it is Rudy's turn. You just gonna keep chatting?
Yeah, like I tried to put as much space between their table and me, just to kind of, not draw any suspicions to myself. I compliment Jinx on her song that she was playing earlier, and give her a compliment on her hair and eyes and how beautiful she is, and take another drink.
This place has turned into a madhouse. A sword lit on fire and swung and embedded itself into the bar, and you're making small talk with a little gnomish girl, and her jaw is just agape at how
I don't know them. I don't
nonchalant
know
you're
them.
being. It is back to the Dragonborn's turn, and he is holding this weapon, and he addresses the room with his eyes. He kind of sees the situation that's going on, and he says a word, and his sword goes out. He puts it back on his back. He looks over at the elven woman and nods, and they begin to leave.
Point of clarification. Who was the sheriff talking to? Just to them or to all of us?
When he
Because
said,
we are-
when he said that, he doesn't have the authority to tell the soldier he can't be here. He was talking to you guys. He knows that you've gotten rooms. You've paid your money. He's not going to take money out of Astrid's pockets, but you have been ordered to go to your room and leave at first light.
How far away is that time-wise?
I mean, the party's it's about 11:30 at night right now. It's not quite midnight.
8 hours. Long restville.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Sir, I would like to follow the Dragonborn. I would like to talk to him.
See your life flash? You know, it's correct.
So you just walk out? Are you trying to be surreptitious, or?
I'm going to attempt to be surreptitious about it, but I'm going to do so rather than trying to slink and hide. I'm just going to casually walk out the door. Would you like a stealth check or some other kind of roll to try to pull that off?
I think you're going to need a
Step
stealth
back into
check.
Deception?
You're going to need a stealth check. It's going to have to be a disadvantage. This is a small hamlet with a population of about 200.
Sure.
If people are in the tavern right now, they're in bed. So,
Sure.
not a whole lot of people out moving around to kind of...
Okay.
But we can see if you can sling shadows to shadows, but these people, this Dragonborn, his
Pretty alert.
hackles are raised and he's pretty alert.
You know, well, I'm not trying to sneak up on him. I'm trying to slip out of the bar so I can follow him and talk to him. I'm not trying to ambush him.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to sneak
And
out of the bar, then I don't know
so
who you'd have
with
to
a
sneak
with a
out from.
with a psychic die, that makes it a 16 with disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fine. Art. So, who are you trying to look serve from your party so they don't notice?
No, I'm trying to get away from the sheriff without the sheriff noticing that I'm
He's-
not going to my room.
Well, the rooms are all in outbuildings, but yeah, okay, I get it now.
Oh, see, I was unclear about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but the suite
I
itself
thought
is
the
its
rooms were
own
upstairs.
building. So there's a building with rooms, and then
Okay.
there's a like its own like mini, suite. So, yeah.
Alright.
So you make your way out there, and they aren't very far. They're
Yeah.
out underneath a tree speaking.
I get probably, well, I intended to stop about 30 feet away, and it looks like I made it. Excuse me, sir.
He looks over, and then he draws a short sword and points it at you.
I have my hands up, my hood back. I mean you no harm and no trouble, sir. I just want to talk.
You make bedfellows of revolutionaries and traitors. I have no interest in speaking with you.
Can I show you something?
He eyes you narrowly, but he does not move, but you can see the tenseness in his muscles.
I'm going to reach into my pack and pull out an envelope, okay?
He watches.
I reach into my pack and I pull out the envelope that has the orcs' maps and the correspondence. I am going to pull out the orcs' battle plan and the explanation of the portal. I am not going to produce the letter from the traitor in the council. I apologize for the strange bedfellows. When things are as unsettled as they are right now, you take the help that you can find. And frankly, we found the guy tied up in a camp full of goblins. And I hold the stuff over to him. It's like, and I'll go ahead and approach so that he can see it.
He takes it from you and starts reading through it.
The imbecile in the bar shooting off his mouth has caused us a problem. You're obviously in the army. Please tell me your unit is somewhere close by.
I'm on leave.
Crap. The city of Tosin needs reinforcements, and it needs them immediately. The dumb shit in the bar that you were trying to skewer, when the orcs in the mountains used a sending stone to try to contact their camp in the swamp, he answered them and told them that we had killed all of their minions, and that when they came through the portal, we were going to do the same to them. The portal is at least a 3-day march from Tosin. I figure the orcs can probably have 10,000 men through it before Tosin's militia can get there to set up a watch on the portal. So I was really hoping that Captain Greenfield and the militia from Tosin wasn't walking into a meat grinder for no good reason.
Most they could get here that quickly is a couple companies to march the entire army to Tosin across the continent.
They have a magic portal that is marked on this map.
No. I meant
opens
our
into
army,
thousands.
you imbecile.
Oh, great.
Well, I thank you for delivering these. And he starts to fold them up and place them in his pack.
Yoink. Nope. Yoink. We're on our way to the capital with this.
Yep, gonna need an opposed athletics check.
Athletics check or sleight of hand?
No, he's definitely gripping the papers. So we're gonna call this a strength check and hope you don't rip them.
It's just like, please don't rip the maps.
Nope. This is evidence. I am not even going to mess with it. He starts to tug to take them away from me. It's like, no. Easy.
Elos, you're retconning handing stuff over.
No, I'm not trying to say that I'm retconning handing it over. What I'm saying is when I try to take it back and he pulls like he's going to tug on it, I do not tug.
Oh.
I'm not saying that I'm not going to hand it to him so he can see it.
Okay.
I'm not trying to retcon anything. I'm saying that no, I'm not going to fight him over it because I don't want to tear the evidence.
Okay, I've got you now. We're on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, if I could tickle it out of his hands with a sleight of hand check, that'd be one thing. An opposed athletics check just gets the documents torn up.
Yeah.
I think Sam has mending, but...
So, there's this little tug of war between the two of you, and he eyeballs you. And he looks you up and down. I think these are better served in my hands, citizen.
Respectfully, sir, I would disagree. We have recovered these things. My friends and I are the only ones who have been to the camp and actually seen what's going on with our own eyes. I found and recovered the documents. And my friends and I, and no, the asshole quasi-traitor is not one of them. He's just along for the ride. We were asked explicitly by the mayor of Tosin directly to carry these to the council. I have a task set to me by the mayor. I need these documents back, sir. Please. May I make a persuasion check to try to convince him?
Yes, you may.
Remember that point of inspiration I've got? I may be using it.
You should tell him, plus we don't run like babies. I saw how you ran out.
Yes, calm the situation down well.
This guy has an 8 intelligence, buddy. Like,
shit.
He's all anger and muscle.
I'll use the inspiration.
There you go, 2 used tonight.
Hey, god damn it. I beat his intelligence score.
I do not take my orders from a mayor. And you look no stranger to shackles, my friend. So I suggest you fall in line, accept your role, and release these papers.
See, he's a monarchy at heart.
All right. If I let you keep these papers, what are you going to do with them? And I'm kind of looking over his shoulder at his elf friend that hasn't spoken.
She is in, like, studded leather. And
Oh, the elf
she's-
friend is?
Yes. And she is not making any moves right now, but she's like kind of stretching her fingers. Like she could cast a spell at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells you, well, I would need to get these to Puck to my commander, who would then deliver them to Brighton.
Okay, so he's going to take them where? Show me on the map, sir, can you?
Yeah, it's Poke, P-O-K. It's just north of Brighton.
So it's the town outside the capital that we would pass through on our way there?
Yep.
Yeah.
I smile. I say, fantastic. Do you mind if we accompany you? You carrying the documents or me, my mission is still to go to the council with this information.
I will not lay my head anywhere near a group of traitors. You are lucky. Your head is still attached to your shoulders. But we can arrange that if you would like.
I want you to understand something, sir. I have the greatest respect for those who put their lives on the line to protect this land. I am no traitor. Leland is a fool, a loudmouth, and a braggart. All of those traits make him an idiot, not a traitor.
Is
But
that all? Are you done patronizing me?
I don't know, are you done patronizing me?
Have a good evening.
I will be
And he turns
I will be happy
and
to-
starts to walk away before you can even start talking.
I tell the guys, hey, I made a mistake, guys. I showed this Dragonborn officer what we have, most of it at least, and he took it away from me. And he's walking away. We need to follow him right now.
And
Did we all hear this, or only certain people?
Everybody but Leland.
With that, I will nod at the sheriff and I will walk out. Noting as old mate left, I would have put my weapon away anyway. So I'm like, I've calmed myself down, nod to the sheriff, and then as I'm heading out, I hear El Messaggio. I guess I'm out here somewhere. I'm like, I don't know where the fuck we're going, because if you guys run up, I'm like,
Round the corner of the bar, Manic. And see, you can talk to me through this link as well, as long as we are within a mile of each other. It lasts for a number of hours equal to the results of the D6 roll when I activate the power. So,
They get to about here and vanish from sight.
I was like,
do we
How's
see
this
the
going?
Alvin woman twiddling her fingers or saying anything
I'd say
before
you
they
could-
vanish?
I'd say with having to walk out the bar and around, by the time they got to where they're at, you might be able to just catch it.
Elos sees them. Elos would see them disappear, and the rest of the guys probably get there
Yeah.
too late.
I'd see nothing.
Oh well.
Fuck. And then I pull out the letter about the from the traitor on the council, but I didn't give him this.
That's good. We need that.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine just walking into the council like, one of you is a traitor. We have no evidence, but trust me.
Did you guys sell the Lantern of Revealing?
No, I've got it. That's why I was asking.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just pop out that bad boy and light it up.
Yeah. And
I'm not sure how to do that in game. I'm just gonna say it.
They've reappeared right in front of you. In the light.
Oh,
How
Look at
fortunate!
that.
I thought it was a teleport spell, but
I kind of
Yep.
expected as much as well.
Does
it
that
was
thing
in-
reveal them to everyone or just to Sam?
Nope, they're revealed in the light.
And they're that close?
Hi, guys.
They are that close. They were going to try to listen in on you guys' conversations, and
Okay,
they
can I
they did
upcast?
they did see the letter.
okay. Can I cast Hold Person? Upcast level 3
Yeah, go ahead on who?
on both of them.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why he's upcasting it to 3.
let me make her save. She fails.
Good.
But his ring illuminates and no effect.
Oh, yeah, it's already been tried.
Hopefully he's consuming charges. And it refreshes on the dawn so we can use it later.
Oh no,
A ring of free action doesn't have charges on it,
charges,
Sam.
Damn it. But
You've got one, man. Come on.
no Manic has it, or Leland.
Oh, does
Leland's
Manic
got
have
that.
it?
No, Leland.
Why would I have it?
I don't know. I thought you kept it.
Irony. You can cast Whole Person on others, they can't use it on you.
That would be the ultimate irony for me.
Well, seeing these fuckers just kind of like appear out of nowhere, I'm a little bit stuck. Oh shit! I'm like pulling the weapon, just like what the fuck?
He draws his sword again and levels it at all of you and tells you to release her.
Or what?
Oh no!
What do you mean, or what? Good
Elos,
grief.
What's your
What
armor
is-
class as the sword illuminates in flame and he swings it at you?
Does he swing it at
Yeah,
us, or does he swing
Well,
it at
he's
me?
swinging the sword at me because I'm in front, and I'm turned around asking you, what do you mean, or what? My
Oh,
AC
no.
is 17, sir.
26.
Consequences.
I'll silver it.
Okay, 1 second. Who are you giving advantage to?
I'm gonna give it
That's,
to Elos.
22 to hit.
Still hits. You can keep the damage roll. That's fine. It's 12.
20,
How much slashing? How much fire?
It's 13 slashing, 9 damage. It's 22 points. I rerolled
Oh my
the
God.
damage. He gets a second attack.
Thanks, guys.
10th level fighters are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's shit. He crits on a 19, so that's 27 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 12 plus 4.
That's where the silvery barbs would have helped.
16 before the roll.
We're in danger.
Well, we're not in danger. I think I'm dead.
For 16 slashing, 4 fire.
So that was 22 off the first attack. And how much more? 16?
20.
And how much?
16 and 4.
So he rolled minimum damage on the crit?
Yep. Well,
Mm.
oh
Oh,
wait, no. So that was 20 plus the. I forgot to add. See, thank you for reminding me. 20 plus 16, so that would have been 36 damage.
Is
And
Rudy
that
out there
is-
with them?
Hey, boss,
Yeah.
that puts me 22 hit points below my maximum. Or at 22 below 0.
That's fine. You just go to 0. It has to equal your maximum
no,
and
no.
negative.
The crit by itself did. It equaled my maximum hit points with the crit.
You just go to 0 though. It's not Pathfinder.
Yeah, unless it doubles it, right? And then you die.
It's got to double your total hit points.
Okay, then I am at 0 and on the ground.
Yeah.
But I was wondering
get that
is,
you went negative 22, but your max HP isn't 22, so there's no way it killed you.
Is Micah
No,
with them? Was he linked?
I don't know. I don't know if they...
The link. Yes, Micah was linked in with the psychic whispers. I had communicated with him telepathically. That's how he knew to scatter and let it go.
I
But
assume
yeah,
that
that-
link
the-
is gone.
So
The psychic link
Elos-
falls away.
So what happens is you say, or what? And
Yeah, I mean, literally
pulls
turn
his-
to look at Sam. What do you mean, or what?
Pulls his greatsword right off of his back, speaks the word faster than you can comprehend it. It lights on flames. He hits Elos twice, and Elos goes down in this flash of steel and fire. And then he levels his sword at you and says again, "Release her." Samwise, you were up.
Okay.
Oof. If only I knew that. Never mind. I'm just going to cast Levitate on him.
Oh my
That's
god.
awesome. Do it. Do it. I think
If you cast Levitate on him, you automatically release her because both are concentration spells.
levitate concentration. That's
Is
Yep.
it concentration if it's from a scroll? Oh, I guess. Never mind. I
Yes.
guess it must be.
Yeah, because scrolls just let you cast it, yeah?
It's,
But you still cast.
It's a con save?
Yes.
he's not
Never.
doing it though.
Oh, yeah, never mind. I won't do it because
Oh, okay. Because he rolled a nat 20.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
See, you should have brought me along.
Oh, that would make things a lot worse.
Yikes.
I'm like
But Rudy
trying
should
to
be out
think
there
how
with
I
you.
could get out of this situation while still not like going too away from character of likes violence, but knowing that violence probably not good.
I mean, you just saw your friend drop. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's pretty violent.
I'm in
And
a
he is
sticky
still-
conundrum.
He is still offering you the opportunity to drop the spell on his
Make a trade for the
fiancée,
maps.
or you're getting it next. Samwise, what are you doing?
who's outside of me? Just Manic.
Just
Mhm.
Manic. And he
Rudy
is
should be there.
leveling this sword that is 3 times the length of your entire body at you right now.
To be honest, I don't think Sam would care, but I'll drop the concentration. I don't want to have Manic killed as well.
You are just staring this guy
No.
down, like no fear whatsoever in Samwise's eyes as he just watched Elos get one-shotted like he was Sir Dinnigan with Manic behind him.
I mean, it's Elos.
Fuck you, man.
Just kidding, Elos. Just kidding.
You drop that, and he looks over, and as she can move again, and she looks a bit panicked, seeing the body on the ground. And Manic, you were up.
Oh, please, God, don't make it worse.
I am going to.
Make it worse?
Well, I don't know.
What would your character do, Manic?
So, seeing that Sam's released it, but Elos is possibly dead, I will walk up and I'm gonna stand over the top of Elos, and then try between me and the Dragmod. Essentially, I'm just staring him down, and I'll say to him that, I'm told you stole from us. And I'm just kind of brandishing my weapon, and I will ready to swing at him if he swings at me. But that'll be all I'll do.
All right. Is anybody else hearing the commotion from outside going to try to make their way there?
Yeah, if I had heard him say something in my head about following them, I would have eventually started making my way out the door.
Okay.
You know this is an awful long time. Do I need to make a death save or something?
It's not your turn yet.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
die.
Um, And I mean, making my way out the door, if I see Elos on the ground,
You do?
um,
You are
I would
125 feet away, though.
I will dash and get another 30 feet closer.
Yep, that's 30.
Is it about right there?
Yep.
Okay. And I don't think I have a bonus action I can do. So yeah, that'll do it for me at the moment.
Leland, are you just staying still?
I'm talking to the lady.
Yeah, nobody called him.
She looks at you and
As
goes,
usual.
I believe the sheriff told you that you need to leave. I am unfortunately not done partying.
He was talking to me.
Yes. I think you should probably get out of here, and I would work on your tact around people not of your station. You are very volatile, and you're gonna get your friends in a lot of trouble. And we flash back to Elos laying on the ground, unconscious. Make your first death save.
Now I'll make that save.
Roll
right.
it privately to me.
Uh-huh. Do.
Okay.
Do.
Mark that on your sheet. We are back at the Dragonborn Warrior. He's looking at you, Manic. I stole nothing. This person gave me some documents, and I will deliver them where they need to go. You have
It
released.
sounds like stealing.
They were given to me. He's going to keep his sword leveled towards you, but he is going to step back.
Can I insight to see if he thinks he's lying or he thinks he's telling the truth? Noting that from all I know is Elos said he took it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight.
Oh no, 11.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's hard to read
Yeah,
out
but
here in the
Trace-
dark, and he seems super angry, so it's hard to. Manic, don't you have inspirations if you wanted to use one?
You know what? I've got two. I'm gonna go again. I'll use one up. This is the night for inspiration. That's a 30.
Okay.
Ooh.
DC was 12, so there's something about this guy, Manic, that it doesn't quite sit right with you, but you don't think he's lying, do you? He said he had to get it to somebody important, so he's not lying.
Well then, as he turns to leave, I'm just gonna say, where are you taking them?
To my commander in Pock.
We will eventually travel through POC. Once you've shown them to your commander, can we have them back to take to the capital?
That'll be between you and the commander if you even make it that far. He looks down at Elos. It doesn't seem like you're sturdy enough for the desert, which, given the path you're taking, is where I think you're going. You'll be dead before you reach Veritas, so sure. Why don't you find me in Puck?
Deal. And then I'm not going to say anything else.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Just a deal.
Okay.
They begin to walk back off. Samwise, you are up.
I'll use Pippin to regurgitate some good beer into Elos to pick him up.
Yay!
I do want to note that the familiar was not out at this time. He could have easily just leaned over and given you a good berry, but nope, the bird has got to spit it in your mouth.
Summons the bird. I was thinking the same thing.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
Elos breath comes back to you. You're a little startled by a vision you just had, and we will discuss that in direct messages. But you are back up and in a lot of pain. Everything hurts. Your back is wet, yet singed for some reason. You did not see this happen. All you know is pain and darkness.
Ow.
Looking
What
down
the
at his
hell
limp
happened?
body, I'm just going like, why did you give him the information?
I was
But I'll help him
trying-
up at the same time.
I was trying to get the army to Tosin to protect the city and to try to help Elena guard the portal. And this asshole is on leave, and his unit is nowhere around, hundreds of miles away. And then when I said, well, I need those back, he said no and turned and walked away with them. After promising to play tug of war with them. I couldn't risk the documents being destroyed.
He said we can have them back as we pass through POC.
Only if his commander says so, though.
I told him we'd just follow him there.
Based on how he spoke about us going through the desert and probably dying there, do I get the sense that that means he's not going through the desert?
Make an insight check.
That's what I wanted earlier. 19.
Yeah, he is probably going to go through the desert, you figure? He feels like you're ill prepared. He feels like you're weak. That was pathetic.
He picked on the skinniest of us.
He hit me with a freaking magic sword while I had my back turned. Jeez.
To be
I haven't
honest
made it
with
to the
you,
rest of the
Elos,
party yet.
judging by the way you feel, probably still would have hurt from the front.
Likely. Still. Ow.
We may come across him on the road. You can convince him again if you'd like.
And the thunder from the storms has re-emerged, and it begins to rain.
Elos is sitting on the
you
ground.
are out of initiative order, so if you want to approach the party, Rudy, and be part of the conversation, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, if Elos is on the ground, I will put a hand on his shoulder and cast a second level Cure Wounds.
Nice.
Ah, bless you.
That's 14 points of healing.
Thank you. Yeah, nope.
He did it twice.
Yeah, no. I accidentally rolled it a second time.
Oh, okay. Well, you are about to get a long rest, so if you could. But he's
might
about
as
to,
well.
he's about to
Yeah, go
heal
ahead and
up
take-
too.
Yeah.
Leland,
just
you
looked
get
like
the
a
sense that your mouth has talked you right out of bed with this woman. She doesn't feel like you
not trying
have.
to speak with you.
I know, but she is not as amicable to talk now. Seeing she feels like you have no control over yourself. So she has gone back to drinking with her attendants, and the sheriff is starting to escort Denigan and Bronmere out, even though they were minding their own business. But he wants everybody who was at that table out of the bar, and he approaches you, Leland, and says, "Sir, I need you to leave."
I wasn't actually at the table. I mean, technically, I was at the
Sir?
bar and this table over here.
If you do not leave, I will place you under arrest.
For what exactly?
Trespassing. You've been asked to leave.
Do I know if that's a real thing?
Yeah. Now that there's a council, there's property rights, and under the monarchy, there was none.
Right, that's what I'm asking. Because I don't think my character, you know, so that's why I'm asking. Like, does my character know that's a real thing now?
Yes, you have to get the rabble off your lawn all the time.
Okay.
You just can't believe that you would ever
Trespassing's
be.
a thing. Okay.
Yeah, it is a thing.
Wait, it works
That's
upward
right.
as well?
That's my thing. Right.
Laws apply to me?
You do know I'm not just a common. Right. I'm not a commoner. I will tell the sheriff. I find your manner rude. I have done nothing wrong. And being asked to leave is quite rude, actually. And I don't like being threatened either. But, with respect to your position, I shall do what you requested.
The door is that way. And he just points.
I'm glad you can see. And I will walk towards, I guess, that door to go to my room.
All right, you all have going to meet up out here.
Yeah, the four of us are over here gathered in the light of the lantern.
Yeah. Sir Dennigan, he's been awful quiet. He's a little taken aback by this call to be rid of the council as well. And but Bronmere, he does whatever spell he has to do to get you all the way back up to full Elos. You are a healthy.
Don't worry about it. We're taking a long rest. It's fine.
And that's quite the night you guys have had. But do you want to have a conversation?
Or yes.
Do you want to go ahead and head to your room?
Is my room that way? Because I was heading to my room.
Oh, Leland's gonna just try to walk right past you guys back towards the outbuildings.
As Eland walks past me, I literally grab him around the chest and I just smear blood all over him. Leland, control your mouth when we're in public.
Is that like a contested roll on the grabbing?
All he was doing was spreading blood on your armor.
Yeah, I give you a hug as you walk by.
Do you know how much this armor cost? It's bad enough you robbed me of 600 gold pieces. Do you know how long it would take to clean this?
I've not stolen a thing from you, ever. And the next time you call me a thief, you'd better be prepared to back that claim up with a blade. Because I swear, before all of the gods, I will not take your shit anymore.
Were you bleeding? Did something happen?
You freaking asshole. Elos just hawks up a loogie full of blood and spits it right in his face. Fuck you, you entitled prick. The guy that you tried to start a fight with inside just tried to kill me and damn near did it.
This is so great.
Why would he try to kill you? Didn't he walk away? What did
and
you
Elos
do,
turns and walks. Elos turns and walks to the stable without another word.
This is what I mean. He blames me for his own actions.
Man, without Broad here, this is a mess. Oh,
No,
man.
I'm pretty sure
Does
what just
anybody have
happened
magic?
was that was going to
Does
happen
anybody
whether
have
Braun was here or not.
prestidigitation? They want to have a cleaning spell of some sorts. Well, look at the gnome. Do you have the cleaning spell?
No, I don't, but I have a rag here. Bend down to me, and I'll try to wipe you off.
Can you believe he did such a thing?
As I'm wiping him off, I'm gonna try to steal his keys to his suite. I don't
Make a
believe that
sleight of
at all.
hand check against the perception roll.
Perception.
Dang.
I rolled a 14.
Yeah, he's wiping you down, and then you feel a tug at your key ring.
Got my key ring?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for Elos.
Oh my god.
You get away with it,
If
Rudy.
you're not paying attention, if you're not paying attention, I'm gonna try it again.
I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here.
I'm gonna take my key ring and I'm gonna hold it in my hand after someone tried tugging on it.
Okay, there you go. Now he's paying attention, so
Yeah.
you're gonna give up. You're gonna have to pay the silver for the rooms just like everybody else, Rudy.
No, I'm gonna as Leland starts walking away from me, I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself and follow him into his room as well, and secretly sleep in his room.
Is my armor all clean now?
Prior
Yeah,
to anyone walking up, though, like as Leland's getting wiped down, I'll walk over to him. Like, maybe a bit of advice. I'm uncertain if we could have all dealt with him without losing more. Potentially
with who?
don't start fights. The soldier.
You
He
guys
cleaned up
dealt with him.
Elos. Well, he almost killed Elos in a swing. And I'm uncertain if I could have saved Sam.
Where was I?
It happened very quickly. He was still inside.
This is the second time you guys have gone to combat and something's happened and you don't call me till after the fact. Is Elos scared that I'll show him up? Is that what the problem is? Is that why he fell?
I would
How
argue
embarrassing.
that
He didn't want me to see
we
that.
didn't have time to call you because it happened immediately.
Have you noticed that every
Even
time
I wasn't
I'm not
expecting it.
around, something happens?
This. Okay.
Oh, I fucking love this table.
And I've tried. Like, no, okay. Just
Oh
like
my god, I'm
faces,
losing my
just
shit.
like very confused. It was like, ah! Do I need to like make a wisdom save? I take 3 points of psychic damage.
Yeah, just from thinking too hard.
Just levels of confusion. I'm like, ah!
You didn't realize like this level of dids existed in the world. Like you're pretty sure you've met like kobolds with more brains than this.
But I'm assuming, like, I can tell, based on Leland's conviction, like, he is 100% adamant that, like, he believes what he is saying.
Yes.
And that's what's confusing me.
Yes, he is just totally convinced. This kid, like, even his binky was lined in gold. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Silver spoons were for the peasants.
But other than that, if we are stepping away, I will head back. But prior to going to my room, I'm going to, like, hang out outside to make sure no one returns for a bit before I actually rack out, noting I only need to get 4 hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in my suite and see if he has a bath since it got spit on.
Yep, it definitely has a bath in there.
I'm gonna cast invisibility and follow Leland into his room.
Yep, absolutely. So you sneak into the room. Samwise, you go to your room. Sir Denigan goes to his room. Bronmere goes to his room. Elos,
Frankie, check
you
your
went to
DM.
the stables, right, Elos?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You wait till we talked about this.
I know. Fine.
Oh my god, I haven't been watching the general channel with your guys' stuff. That's great. Okay. Elos went to the stables.
I have my cook with me.
Your cook, he's there, waiting for you to take into the room. You let him into the room with you. Manic, is everybody good? Are we gonna do our long rest?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like
I'm gonna talk to my
one
cook a
around
few
and then I'll go to
minutes and
sleep.
tell her how the group again try to do combat without me, and they ended up failing miserably because I wasn't around to save them. I'm gonna tell the cook I hope that they've learned their lesson to stop doing things when I'm not around to save them. I'm like, they just don't appreciate me. Don't understand. All I do for them, save them out of danger day in and day out. I'll be like that, and then I'm gonna take a bath
Absolutely.
and ask her to cook some of that beef up, bacon.
While he's in the bath, I'll go out of invisibility and go help the cook cook,
Okay.
and then I will help her a little bit, and then I will slip into Leland's bed before he gets out of the bath.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
I am proficient with cook's utensils.
There you go. Yeah, it's easy to cook a dinner. You leave.
I'm gonna be eating in his bed.
Yeah, you leave your bath chamber. You're coming out. I'm guessing this is Leland. No clothes, just towel in off his head, and you see Rudy laying in your bed with like a plate and a fork and a knife laying on his stomach as he's eating in your bed.
He's eating in my
And
bed.
he's eating your dinner.
And he's eating my dinner.
You got your dinner's over there on the counter. I saved you a plate. Go ahead.
Excuse me, sir.
I can't wait to share stories. It's gonna be great.
I don't I'm into women.
Oh, I'm not here for sex. I'm not gonna pay for a room to pay. You expect me to use my own money? Nah. You have a big enough room. It can house two of us. I helped cook this food anyways.
You helped to cook. I paid her to cook my food. You cooked it?
I helped her, yeah. I'm a pretty damn good cook.
I'm like really confused. Like, I don't know, like, do I kill him or do I let him stay in my bed? Like, I'm going through like these things in my head, like I'm not sure how to handle this.
Those
He
are the
cooked
two
my
options.
food.
I mean, it's just this
I
cute
guess
little
I'll go to
3-foot.
another room.
It's
Really
just this cute
confused.
little 3-foot gnome in his boxers laying on your bed eating dinner.
What's so confusing here? Oh my goodness.
That's what's good. I'm not sure what to do
Oh, it's fine.
because he helped cook.
Well,
To not feel like I owe
Yeah,
him.
you actually take a bite and it's delicious. He did a pretty dang good job.
bring your plate over here. Let's eat dinner. Let's chat. And spread some stories. If I'm gonna be hanging out with y'all and traveling with y'all, I guess I need to get to know you a little bit better, right? So, you're just gonna have to get used to me.
We eat at a dinner table, not in a bed.
Oh,
Were you raised by
yeah, see.
wolves?
No, I've just been traveling alone for a long time, actually.
Well, if you sneak into people's beds, it's no wonder you're alone.
Well,
How'd you even get
I
in here?
mean, You opened the door and I walked in. It's not my fault you didn't see me. A lot of people don't see me because I'm small. I'll take
Wow.
another bite.
Am I
Playing a
supposed to
base
care?
card like that. Wow.
Perhaps
Well, I don't
you can help me
I don't-
with a problem I'm having.
I don't care if you care or not. What problem you having though?
It seems that when I'm not around, people get hurt in the group I'm in. And I don't think they're smart enough to realize it. I don't know how to convey to people beneath me that they need me. Perhaps you can talk to them.
I see your point. Right? Yep, I see your point. Um, have you ever thought about being nice?
I am being nice. What do you mean?
Earlier tonight,
Do I sound
you were kind of talking down to a lot of people and being a bit of an ass.
talking
You take another
down?
bite.
What do you mean?
Well, see, when you're like you feel so high and mighty and your nose is pointed up to the ceiling, you never see me because I'm so low down. Yeah, you look down on people. You don't treat them with respect, and just try being a little nicer. I'll take another bite.
You said you're an artificer, right? That means you're smart with the magical arts. You deal with things that make sense, right? They like facts.
Yes, yes, magic and science.
If something works that you have to put together, does that make it not nice? Because the way you have to put together just so happens to be true and factual.
Actually, sometimes, yeah, sometimes things don't fit together nicely. You have to take them apart and rebuild them and fix them.
But it doesn't change the facts of how to build it, correct?
Uh, Not necessarily. I mean, there's different ways to build different things, and sometimes you find a better way to build things,
If
a
someone called
nicer
you a
way.
dwarf, would that offend you?
Well, it might be a compliment because I would be taller.
It could be. If they called you a gnome, would you be upset?
I am a gnome, so no.
Right. So it's a fact, right? You're a gnome. That's fact. So
Oh
you
God,
wouldn't be
I know where
upset.
this is going.
I feel the same way.
No,
How am I
it's a
being
fact, yeah,
mean
no.
when what I say is just factual? They are beneath me. They are common. And I'm somehow
You know,
supposed to change that.
hang on just a second. I'll like grab the bed sheet or blanket and just like wipe my mouth off with it.
That is utterly disgusting.
Well, you see, I think it's just, you know, you say you're from nobility, but you're just like the rest of us. You,
No, I do not
you
wipe my mouth with a bed sheet.
yeah, but you eat the food like the rest of us have to. You shit
You
like the
stole
rest of
my
us have
food.
to. I've saved you a plate. It's right there. You've already tried it. You said it was good.
It was delicious. You're a very good cook.
Well, thank you. I know I am.
But you
My
have manners of a
mother
bear.
taught me well. You know, sometimes you just gotta relax. You gotta just go with the flow.
Were you there? Did you see Manic said that Elos went down like a girl? Did you see that?
Like a what do you mean like a girl? First off, let's address that because I've seen
Sure, he
many
said
strong
one
women.
swing, Elos was out. That's what Manic said. One swing, he was out. Girls are
I walked
usually
out
weaker than
and
men.
Oh my gosh, we're not
oh,
going there. We're putting a stop to
I've
that one
seen many
right
strong
now.
women. Yeah.
Society-wise.
So I walked out and I saw him laying on the ground. And then I was making my way over to help him
That's
before.
so kind of you.
Yeah, I am kind and benevolent. I like to think of myself, greater than nobles. Like I'm a little bit more upper class where I come from. And I'll like
Indeed.
climb up to the top of his bed and like lay on a pillow and start covering myself up. There's still
Let me
lots
ask you
of space
this.
for him.
How did Elos look while he was laying on the ground? Did he look like hurt?
I mean,
Like, do you think he learned
Yeah,
his
did
lesson
you-
not to leave without me?
you know, I'm honestly surprised that they're still traveling with you. I don't know. Ugh. I'm gonna have so much fun hanging out with you. We're gonna tell each other so many stories. I'm gonna be in your room every night. It's gonna be great.
I like to room alone usually. I'm not keen on commoners really staying.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not a commoner where I come from. So, but yeah, I'm used to rooming
No,
alone
see,
too. So
you
this is gonna be perfect
you
for
got
us.
crumbs all over the bed.
We can be alone together.
Can you
Sorry.
can you
become best
can you
friends?
clean up the crumbs?
Oh yeah, and like I'll just like dust them off into the floor. There you
No,
go.
This is the perfect spot where that scene fades to black, and you guys can continue your back and forth and off-time roleplay. All I
Are they
need
gonna
to
do
know.
karate in the basement?
All I need to know is, Leland, do you end up eventually giving in and sleeping in the room with this gentleman?
hell no! I go to one of the other rooms in the suite.
Okay, so you leave and get your own room. All right, couple things happen now. Elos, I need you to make a perception check.
I'm assuming my suite has more than one room, right?
Yes.
Is JD there?
Yeah, I'm here. I
Yep.
made the roll.
I didn't see it.
I've got a 15.
Okay. Just make sure it's not still selected to only DM.
No,
after
I
your
saw
last
it.
save.
It's just come through a mind
Okay.
as well.
Okay. Yeah, it just popped up for me. That was weird. Okay.
A
15.
little bit of lag, sorry.
All right. Manic, can you roll me a perception check?
Hey, 22.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. Hey, I forgot to ask. Leland, where do you keep your armor when you sleep?
Right next to me.
Right next to you. Okay, awesome. That's going on. I have a dream sequence for Manic. We'll get to that in a second. Elos, make a sleight of hand check.
Arg. And add 6 more to that, so an 18.
Okay. Now I need a stealth check.
My God. And we're going to go ahead and add 3 to that.
I don't know where you're
So that
hiding
is
from,
a
but
13.
Okay, that's
I have
cool.
1 side eye left.
Leland, I need a perception check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Yes.
You said perception, right?
Yeah, you're asleep.
A 10
Okay.
with disadvantage?
Elos, I need another stealth check.
Passive 15 on the
Yeah, but you're
18.
asleep, so passive doesn't count. Okay. Elos, your mission was successful. Manic. As Manic drifts off to sleep, he's kind of... You're thinking, man, you almost lost Elos tonight. And you're kind of proud of yourself for having a little bit of self-control. You didn't lose your cool in the bar. And you definitely could have. There was plenty to get angry at, but you didn't.
I'm learning.
And you drift off to sleep. And you're greeted by a bit of a familiar sight for you. In the nocturnal depths of manic slumber, a shroud of obsidian envelops his senses, transporting him to a realm suspended between the corporeal world and the ethereal planes. Within this enigmatic expanse, shadows coalesce like serpentine specters in their sinuous forms. Before you, two colossal figures that you recognize from a previous vision. They materialize, and you recognize Zithraxis, the Shadow Weaver, as he's battling with Dantus, the God Supreme over the Gloomscape. And as you behold the clash before you, you find yourself a bit mesmerized by the spectacle of divine combat. Shadows dance and writhe, radiant bursts of energy, scattering those shadows like wisps in the wind. And suddenly you're struck by the profound significance of the vision that maybe you missed before. It's not merely a clash of titanic deities, but a reflection of your own inner turmoil and existential struggle. You realize that with everything that happened today and what's happened over the last week and a half, you're at a crossroad of fate. And you have a feeling that some choices are going to be put upon you. And you're not quite sure what you want to do. There's a part of you that is greedy and selfish. But you're starting to make some friends. And you didn't have a whole lot of those in the Gloomscape. So you find yourself a bit conflicted. And you look down at your hand, and there's a key. And you wake up in the morning, the sun coming through your window, and you reach to wipe the sweat or the sleep from your eyes, and you poke yourself with this key that has appeared in your hand.
Okay.
Samwise, you doing anything before bed?
Nope.
Man, you're just not a talkative one tonight.
Got a spouse to copy, so
Yep.
still on
There
track.
you are. Take a point of
On mission.
exhaustion as you stay up all night copying spells. Okay, or you could choose to only short rest, and however you want to do it.
Cool.
If you need a full long rest, plus, you guys don't have to leave the rooms till, checkout's at 10:30. So you could get 8 hours, but only copy one spell.
I mean, I'll sleep
Out of
6.
curiosity,
You'll sleep for
don't
6.
you have a level of exhaustion already from last week? Or from last session?
Talking to Frankie, right?
I'm talking to you about...
No, because he changed his mind about how long he was going to stay up, just like he's doing right now.
Gotcha.
So you said it was 11, right? I'm gonna sleep for 6, and then whatever checkout time is how much copy time I'm gonna have.
Yep, so that'd be 5 hours.
Done.
There you guys go. And you awake in the morning, and Leland, you stretch out and crack your neck, and you look over at your armor, and it is covered in feathers.
What?
Your armor
That fucking gnome. I'm
is
gonna grab my
covered in
longsword.
feathers.
Grabbing my longsword, I'm heading to my other room.
Yeah, Rudy, you are sound asleep in the bed. but you just heard this door open with some force from the other room. And you have Leland standing there in his skivvies with a long sword staring daggers at you.
Good morning. Hope you slept well. You ready for breakfast? I'll go cook us something up.
Sneaking into my room is one thing. I even allowed you to eat in the bed, which is utterly disgusting, with crumbs everywhere. But putting feathers on my armor, that's too far, sir. Get up and grab your weapon.
What are you going on about? I enchanted your arm. No, that was your shield. I didn't do anything to your armor. Like, I gave you weapons. Like, what are you?
Make an insight roll, Leland.
Those are my important rolls.
Yep, I saw him.
6.
6?
Yeah, 6.
You're pretty damn sure this no feathered your armor. Actually, Rudius, roll persuasion. That's how we'll do this.
Okay.
DC's a 6. I don't want to see you dead first episode.
Oh no, I would have been fine. 17.
Actually, Leland, you believe him? He's telling you the truth.
My armor is full of feathers.
Not full of, just on the outside.
It's you, me, and the cook, and I know the cook didn't do it because I pay her salary.
I didn't do it. I was sleeping here. You saw me wake up when you came in.
Make a perception check.
You were sneaky when you snuck in. Perception. You get 20?
Yeah, you look over at the door and realize that the lock has been unlocked.
Forgive me, Rudius. Seems, I hate to admit it, because it doesn't really happen since I was born, but I perhaps might have overreacted.
Oh, did you now? Yeah. You know what? I'll let it.
Oh, did you now?
I will let it slide this one time and say apology accepted. Now, do you want some breakfast? You can go over here and start cooking.
Did you perhaps leave the door open?
No, I walked in and you closed the door. I didn't touch the door. You opened the door for me.
You tell me somebody put feathers on my armor on purpose.
At least they didn't steal it. At least you can wash it off.
If I ever, you hear me now, Rudius, if I ever find the man who did this, I will put my sword through his chest.
Now here's when I gotta break it to you, Leland. You go and you attempt to get the feathers off of your armor. And that is when you realize that
let's not go too far.
I
would not do.
Oh yeah, well you send the cook and she gets really upset. Because it's just not working no matter what she does. And sir, it appears someone has used sovereign glue to affix the feathers.
Glue, you say?
Sovereign glue, sir.
What is sovereign glue? Rudius, what is sovereign glue?
Would Rudius know what sovereign glue is?
Yes, Rudius would know as an artificer. That is a magic glue. There's only one way to remove it, and that is with a sovereign solvent.
Or a wish.
Or a wish spell. It is permanently a chicken suit until you find some solvent or a wish spell.
Yeah, I'll tell him all that. I'll be like, sure, that stuff's not coming off. You gotta find a solvent for that. Like that's
a solvent. Where do we get a solvent?
Not this town.
Yeah, I have to go to a larger city.
Rudius, what am I supposed to do with armor that makes me look like a chicken?
I mean, let me look at your armor first and see if there's any like
I can't
damage done to it,
breathe.
if it's not gonna
I can't
protect you or
breathe.
anything. If it's solid, then
Your armor
I
acts
mean,
as normal. It provides protection. It stops crits. It just looks like a chicken suit.
yeah, your armor is working in perfect order. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I can't go out in public like this.
You can go out in your underwear, I guess.
Very well. I'm gonna put my armor in my backpack. Is it just the armor or is it the shield too?
Just the armor.
Okay. I'm gonna put my noble clothes on with my shield and put my armor in my backpack
Okay.
after
Rudius is
breakfast.
frying up some bacon and eggs.
Please put a note on your character sheet on your armor that it is covered in feathers.
Does it at least look good? Or
It looks like it was done in the dark. It's kind of sloppy work. They're not all the same color. They weren't the same birds.
Actually, what it looks like is somebody worked in the dark with a brush, applying the glue, and then cut and shook a couple of pillows out over the top of it, and just let the feathers stick wherever. There's a pile of feathers, on the floor around it as well.
The guy who did it should know better than me. So yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a theory.
yeah,
We have who did it?
Leland doesn't know.
I hope no. Obviously, I know he doesn't know.
There were some stealth
Oh, he's a
checks.
party
and
member?
Some sleight of there were some sleight of hand checks
Oh.
made and some stealth checks.
That's going overboard. Okay.
But you all meet, and when Leland comes out, he's not in his armor. But he is in a very nice regal set of clothes, and he's wearing. You do have that cloak of
The shield.
fashion, right?
I do.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
He's looking like he should be on a GQ cover, man. He's looking sharp. So, meeting up in the morning. Does the party want to start headed south now?
one question, if I can.
Yeah.
What's with the key? As in, do I know what it unlocks? Does it look different to anything? Does it have anything weird about it? Or is it just a key that came from a dream?
It is a very simple metal key that appeared from a dream.
Okay.
Yep,
You
nothing
have-
ominous about having physical objects come to you out of your dreaming. That's
You have no inclination which deity it came from. You're pretty sure it came from one of the gods, but you have no idea right now what it goes to, what it unlocks, or anything.
I need a conversation with our cleric.
what a coincidence. We've got a really long trip over land. You're going to have plenty of time to chat with him.
I'm like, please exercise me.
I am possessed.
But am I a god?
'Cause
No,
I think-
we stopped
I think I'm the god
having
of
a king
dreams.
because somebody tried that trick.
Very true. They didn't have the key.
So you guys begin making your way south. You have your horses, everything. It's kind of soggy. The road is dirt. There's puddles gathered. And about an hour and a half south of Green Hollow, you guys see a carriage stuck in the mud. It looks like there's this group of mercenaries or guards or something. They're all wearing matching armor, trying to get this cart out of the rut it's gotten itself buried in. And there seems to be one guy wearing a hat, Indiana Jones style, who's kind of talking and trying to lead the group to try and get this wagon out.
Are they wearing any like symbols, like army or like the guard from the town we just left, Green Hollow?
So all of them are wearing matching blue cloaks with a symbol on it, and I would need a history roll if you recognize the symbol.
Alright. History check incoming.
19.
3.
Somehow the guy from a different dimension recognizes something you don't. And the symbol, you've probably seen some of these mercenaries around. It's like one of those mercenary for hires they've gone corporate kind of deal.
Maybe I did a job for them one day.
They're known as the Iron Frogs.
The Iron Frogs.
Yep.
So French.
Whoa.
Oui, oui.
Is that how they talk?
Wow.
I'm
stereo
very much.
I shall pull out my baguette. I give my smoke to a baby.
And
Do I know much about
actually,
them?
no. Samwise, you're up front. Samwise, in your head, you hear a voice. You have to get me out of here. These men, they're not who they say they are. And you kind of look and you realize that there is a person in the back of this carriage. The back of the carriage is like, it's got a window in it, but it's barred. And there is a human man in there. Looks to be mid to late 20s. Looking kind of haggard and beat up on as he's grabbing the bars, staring at you, speaking to you telepathically.
Can I pick up anything else off him? Type of clothes? Do I know him?
You don't recognize him, but it looks like his armor and stuff has been taken from him. He's in a tattered shirt. That's all you can see through the window.
If I think back with the question why, will he pick it up? Or do I get a response?
Yes, you could communicate both ways.
Yeah, I'll ask why.
I angered a noble. I had a tryst with his daughter, and now he's framed me for murder. And he's put a bounty on my head, and I tried to get away. I'm so far from the capital. I thought I was safe, and I let my guard down, and now I've been gathered up.
Can I do anything like insight checking him while he's...
Yes, you can make an insight check.
Telling? $15.
I'm going to roll. Okay. You believe him. He sounds sincere.
I'm going to go to the font of all perspectives. I'll have a word of Manic and give him the 411 on situation, see what he says.
So you're saying that they aren't who they're supposed to be, is what he...
This is what he told me.
Noting that, I guess, I recognize them, can I see if they are... Do they look out of place, or do they look like every other fucking froggy dude I've seen before?
Yeah, like I said, they've got corporate. They don't have very high hiring standards. It's pretty much, it's like, everybody's. It's like my first mercenary company. You know what I mean? You start off here to cut your teeth, and then you go and join a real band. So it's hard to gauge the level of skill or anything like that. But by now, this mercenary captain has gathered that you guys are there, and he's gonna walk forward and hail you guys and wave. Please come help. Come help. We could pay you for the trouble.
I'm gonna ride forward, but as I'm going, I'm trying to get my gauge of these dudes, as much as I can. Noting that now I'm suspicious that they might just be, I don't know,
Yeah, do an insight
Bandit.
check.
That's a natural 20 for a 22.
Hell yeah!
These guys seem the uniforms are proper. There's nothing out of line. It looks like these guys are legitimate members of the Iron Frog.
Can I try and check out the dude in the back then?
Yeah, he hasn't
See-
spoken to you, so all you would
Nah.
get is like a visual description. You couldn't gauge whether or not he's telling the truth because he's spoken Samwise's head. The mercenary captain steps forward to you though, Manic, when you ride up, and he's like, "You, sir, damn the storms. The cart is stuck. We have a very important prisoner. There's a very large bounty on his head. We managed to capture him. I mean, it was our first mission out. I couldn't believe our luck. But this idiot just was walking around Green Hollow, and we were able to collect him. So we're looking to collect on that 25,000 gold bounty. I'm willing to pay you guys to help us get this cart out of here."
I immediately hop off my horse.
Do we all hear this or just Minnick?
Just Manic.
I will call back to the group and I'm like, we gotta push this cart.
Oh, I saw how
Psychic
close
whisper.
Elos and Rudius. Rudy and
Psychic
Elos were
whispers
there.
forever
They would've heard that.
for Manic, Sam, and Rudy again. It's like, 25,000 gold pieces? Sam, don't you know a spell that puts people to sleep? Let's leave the dude in the back of the wagon, get it unstuck, put these jokers to sleep, and take off with it.
We're just gonna. Are you trying to be a thief again?
I am not a thief, I am an opportunist. It's a bounty. Whoever presents the prisoner collects it. Why should we settle for getting paid for pushing their wagon out of the muck when we can take the prisoner away from them without hurting them and collect the bounty ourselves?
So the prisoner, having heard this offer of gold to help you get stuck,
Nope.
realizes
Oh,
No,
that off.
he heard the captain. The
captain.
mercenary.
He realizes that maybe Sam wasn't the one to reach out to, because Manic suddenly looks like he's in on this. So Elos, in your head, you start to hear the voice. Please, they're liars. Well, maybe they're not lying. They believe what they're doing. They've got the bounty, but the noble who put the job on my head is a liar. He's upset that his daughter and I are in love, and he's gone so low as to frame me for murder. I did not kill Bertrand. I did not do it. You got to help me, free me.
Who's Bertrand?
Bertrand was a rival merchant in Brighton. We had, of course, arguments, but I would not murder the man. I'm a well-known merchant I was well-known merchant in Brighton, but I had to leave.
I'm really sorry, but they're acting inside the confines of the law. And the law says that you've got a bounty like this, you'll be taken back to Brighton and stand trial. And I don't think we're in a position to attack these guys just out on the road and set you loose just based on your say-so.
Maybe get the cart moving again, and when they're distracted and riding, you have no heart, man.
I do. I'm going to Brighton anyway.
I'm doomed.
Why are we paused?
The nobles are such an asshole. And you would allow them
Oh, you
to
are not
continue to
wrong.
oppress us. Fine then. And he slinks away from The bars. Yes, so, couple hundred gold apiece, help us move the wagon.
These guys seem fully legit, so I'm like, just doing your job. I'll help you out. I don't know what everyone else is doing though.
I'm definitely not going to help.
All right, so
No,
Manic steps up.
I
I can
asked
take a
Sam,
look
hey,
at the
do you
wagon and see if I can fix it.
it's
I assume he's just stuck in mud.
Just-
Yeah, it's just stuck.
Or is it just fix them up?
It hit a deep rut. So yeah, you do the inspections and you realize that there's no structural damage to the wagon whatsoever.
Oh, gotcha.
Anybody else gonna help remove the cart, or what are you doing, Elos?
I will step forward and help push the wagon out of the mud. But I will mentally ask Sam if he has sleep prepared today and if he can knock these guys out, so we can just take the guy on to Brighton ourselves.
I rode up to see what we're stopped for.
I mean, I do, but weren't you just like pontificating about the law?
What? I'm well acquainted with it. We would be completely in the wrong to assault these guys who are bounty hunters doing their job. They've captured a guy who has a legal warrant out and a reward. If we assault them, then we're doing the wrong thing. Now, if they happen to fall asleep on the job and we turn the guy in for the bounty, then we get the money. And that's okay.
I mean, that reasoning's similar to taking a blackjack to somebody's head and being like, "Oh, they fell asleep." So, I mean, we could take their ill-gotten gains and their gambling ones. And it's the same.
No, it really isn't. The sleep spell doesn't hurt them.
I mean, it's going to
also
emotionally
only
hurt
get
them.
you 60 seconds down the road. Like,
Well, that's true.
If only we
Okay,
had somebody
fine.
that could read surface level thoughts.
Well, honestly, he's talking to you telepathically. He's talking to me telepathically. I'm pretty sure he can fool me telepathically just as well as he can talk to me telepathically. All right. Let me see. I will
Elos,
use
make
my
a
once
wisdom
daily.
saving throw.
God damn it. I'll take it. By God.
You feel
How's the
somebody
22
trying.
look?
You feel somebody trying to press into your brain.
Oh,
Somebody's trying to read your thoughts. They got the surface level.
so I rode up.
I go up to
Leland,
the cart.
roll up.
You know,
What's the delay?
I'll just look over my shoulders. I'm readying to push this thing, and I'm like, it's stuck. Do you want to help? And I'm like,
Well, I would,
Prep
but
and
I'm
push.
in my clothes. You see.
Dylan,
That's
come up here
good.
and help us.
are
I
you
cooked you dinner and
drunk
put
and
you on me.
naked?
I can't wear my armor. You see, it has spots I haven't been able to clean out. You see, it has feathers on it.
Does your strength come
Elos-
from your armor?
Elos
Well,
turns and
no,
looks at
but-
Leland. Wait, your armor has feathers on it?
Really, gentlemen,
Yes, it
we
seems
must get
somebody-
this cart out of the way. And in your head again, he goes, "Help
What-
me! You gotta help me!
What-
They're going to have me
Oh, your car's
hanged."
stuck. So can I use
All
my
right.
horse and just go with my war horse and go to the front of their horse and kind of just help pull?
Absolutely, you
my
can help
horse?
pull with your horse.
Happy to help
I'll
you,
go-
sir.
I'll go ahead and use my detect thoughts on the guy in the cage, and I'll tell him, I'm going to scan your brain to find out if you're telling me the truth. And if you resist
Okay.
me looking, I'll know.
All right. That's a 17 on the save.
Well, I know he's blocking me.
You blocked me.
I'm not the one in a cage trying to convince somebody that I didn't commit a crime a 3-week journey down the road. So,
Yes, but you have your personal troubles as well. Some things you wouldn't want me to see. There's, as you
I'm
know,
looking for one
if I
thing in
block me-
particular.
Yeah, I get it. Just let me die. That's the plan. And the horse is tied, and the mercenary captain says on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and I don't need a roll with this many people pushing in a war horse pulling.
Yep.
You guys remove the carriage. You're thanked. Each is paid 200 gold.
Ew.
Nice.
Each who helped.
Poor Sam. He always misses out.
I'm just copying spells into my spell book.
Yep, he's just back there copying. Sam is in his books.
Hard at it.
Yeah, and it's freed, and they thank you, and they start to take it, and the carriage starts rolling down the road.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Make the
Thank you.
prisoner. Make sure you drop the prisoner off with no problems.
Hopefully, the weather is our only thing we must fight.
You know we're headed that way. Do you want us to accompany you to make sure you get there safely?
Oh, it's quite all right. You've done enough. Thank you, though. We've just met after all. I don't. While I appreciate the help, I did.
Oh,
You know, I'm kind of new to this, and I told you guys how much this was worth. And to be honest, you guys are just strangers on the road. So, like, I'm
How
not
much?
trying
What's
to
worth?
get my throat cut in the middle of the night so you can take my bounty. I really need this
Who
money.
cut your-
Like,
You guys-
With that,
Wait,
I'll
what?
just say to him, a point of advice, don't mention the bounty to strangers.
yeah.
As I go to
As
hop
soon
on
as-
the horse.
As soon as it left my lips, I was like, "What did I do?" You know. So
Because what are they? Did you say green frogs?
the iron frogs.
Iron frogs, yeah. I'm like, because you won't last as an iron frog long if people know that you're cutting.
There's nobody here that dishonor themselves to steal your bounty and kill you for it.
Wow. While I can appreciate the sentiment, no, we will go separate now. Thank you.
Good luck, gentlemen.
And he kind of.
we've got a couple of barrels of ale in our wagon. You've just got a stinky prisoner.
And as they roll away, the man is looking at you guys in just pure, utter just disbelief as you get smaller and smaller in the distance for it.
No, they must be really hurrying. I mean, we're going the same direction they are. We've got a wagon that's about the same size as theirs.
Oh, so you guys take off immediately too? Nobody wants to talk about the situation or what just happened?
All I'm going to do is say to
Wow.
Sam, it's like, they seem fine.
We've got psychic whispers set up between all of us but Leland, Bromir, and Denigan. So,
Yeah.
I wonder
and
what
I
he did.
just
So the whole time you guys are like 60 feet back, just watching this dude as he looks at you just with puppy dog
Yep.
eyes.
doing that awkward thing where it's like, do we pass? Do I slow down?
slow down. We'll give them about a 100-foot, 120-foot lead, you know. And this way we're close enough to help again if they need it. Ahem.
And with that, gentlemen, we have reached the 3-hour mark. Man, they just fly. This is not. I will tell you that of my prep, we got through this much of it. That whole situation at the bar was supposed to be like a 10-minute scene, and you guys go to bed. I give Manic his dream, and then you're on the road. There were like 2 other encounters to have tonight, and did not happen.
Hey, you know what? You've got a leg up on prep for next week.
That was all improv, by the way. Like the To the Monarchy just lit a fire that would not go out.
God.
So we move on to Stars and Wishes. Let's make sure stream can see us. They can. All right, Mick, we'll start with you.
No, I enjoyed that. Like it was more roleplay than combat, which is good every so often. I enjoy the roleplay, even when it is instigating all of our deaths. I'd say MVP probably goes to Leela just because he just stuck to it the whole time, regardless of what was going down. But yeah, I enjoyed that. And I attempted to stay in character while not instigating it further, but luckily Dream Sequence kind of like evened that out, that maybe I'm learning.
I saw what you were doing, so yeah.
Nice.
Samwise.
Stars, I guess, would go to Leland, Rudius, and Elos for their roleplay. Maybe on top of that, JD almost panic dying. Wishes. I'm not exactly quite sure, so I'll end it on that for. I'm not sure for the wishes.
Okay, that's fine. JD?
I have got so much about tonight that I absolutely treasure. Leland, now that we are completely out of character and this evening's session is behind us, I just gotta hand it to you. What's his name? Jack Gleason, the actor that played Joffrey Baratheon on Game of Thrones. Man, you just ran circles around that kid tonight. I salute you. My hat is off to you. Out of character, yes, I will fully and completely own that I am the one that sovereign glued chicken feathers to your armor. And the last straw was when you called Elos a thief to his face for the second time in one day. And accused him of you directly accused him of stealing from you, which he has never done. Like, you know what? If I did it, that's one thing. If I did it, you'd have a reason to make that statement. Never did it.
600 gold. That's all I know. 600 gold.
And the halfling
Sam,
with
and
the
he didn't even get blamed.
Yeah, that was all the halfling. Yeah, no, you just absolutely messed in the nest, dude. But yeah, I enjoyed everything about tonight. I mean, from the interaction just among the party while we were hanging out in the bar, just first getting started, and then Leland stands up and offers his super cringeworthy toast. Hi, congratulations! Let's all commit treason together. What do you say, folks? Oh my God, he didn't. And I mean, and it just kept going from there. We've got this army officer who's just looking for a fight, and I'm reading his mind and thinking, oh my God, this guy's gonna kick our asses. But maybe this guy's our hope. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, how do we keep this from turning into a brawl with fatalities in the middle of this town, but still get a chance to talk to this guy? So I'm like, okay, so if I can take out the echo, and that worked, I was proud. And we managed to solve the fight without anybody else getting hurt, and that was great. And Frankie, I just super big stars, man, because I'm like, okay, I need to talk to you. I swear, I don't want any trouble. I just want to talk. And I was like, I've got to show you something, please. I want to show you this thing. And then you just completely yank the rug out from under when he won't give it back. And I'm like, what? Oh, dude, that was that was more brutal than being cut down with his flaming greatsword, man.
If you had a bunch of evidence of a crime and you walked up to a cop and was like, "Look at this," and then you think he's gonna hand it back
Oh no,
to you?
I get it, man. I totally get it. But in the moment, Elos is looking for someone who can help his town, and who can. I mean, we've got this guy. He's a big shot officer. He's right here, this close. Maybe his troops are here. What do you mean you're on leave? Fuck.
He's there to see his girlfriend and some bands play for the weekend, bro.
Oh, dude.
Working on leave.
Yeah,
This is bullshit.
And then here comes Leland behind while I'm still laying here on
his dress uniform to the bar, so maybe people buy him drinks, you know? That's why he was in his nice armor.
Right? And then I'm still laying here just all covered in blood from getting just like one shot.
Yeah, flame tongue
And Leland
greatsword
comes-
is pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And then here comes Leland talking shit about me while I'm laying on the ground bleeding. Like, oh, you've got to be kidding.
Yeah,
It was great.
speaking of Leland, Stars and Wishes.
I wish for a wish spell to clean my armor.
Sovereign Gear is pretty cheap.
Universal
I mean,
solvent's easier to find than
yeah,
a
the
wish.
solvent.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Universal Solvent. I called it Sovereign Solvent during the game, but I'm high, so hey.
I had a
Eric
good
would be
time.
surprised.
Besides chicken feathers on my armor, which now Leland has to go armorless for a while until we
You don't
find a
have to.
solvent.
It still works. As
He wouldn't
described.
wear he wouldn't wear armor that has that. His reputation. I just can't. He can't do it. So I think my armor class is now like a 15
Ooh.
because I took away the enchantment too. So,
Good
something like that.
thing-
So that's okay.
Good thing Abelos is in your future, buddy.
Yeah. So I enjoyed tonight a lot, and I liked meeting Micah's character, Rudius, and him sneaking in my room was really cool.
Yeah, that was
Go from a
awesome.
character perspective. Eating crumbs, which would make my character just cringe, and then wiping himself on the sheet was character-wise was cringe. But commoners, what do you expect? I think that my thing is would go to him for his Gnome's character, and I'm sorry that he didn't get to join you guys outside for the Bible. I feel like we kind of forgot him.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't pop up on my initiative tracker, so I apologize for that, Micah. But you go ahead and go with your Stars and Wishes, buddy.
No, it's all good. I got it. Yeah, the stars is, I mean, improv for all your improv and stuff. You did amazing just on that improv alone, and then just everybody's role play tonight was so much fun. I had so much fun playing Rudius and getting to mess with Leland, especially when I snuck into his room and stuff. That was a great time. I look forward to Leland and Rudius becoming best friends.
Maybe you can be the one to save him from himself.
Oh, I'm gonna really try to be his kryptonite.
He literally
but,
he literally danced with a human supremacist he happened to find in the bar.
That was
Didn't
awesome.
think a thing about it. Didn't think a thing about it, man.
Like, jeez. Like, so some of those NPCs had stories in case somebody was like, well, I go up to this roguish person and talk to them, or I go up to, and hers was, yeah, she is just like Leland, only probably a lot more tact and knows that, you know, you don't go flying the Confederate flag as you're driving around anymore kind of deal. Like,
Oh yeah, I drive with a Confederate flag.
oh my goodness. Anyways, stars for me were the role play tonight from all of you was absolutely chef's kiss S tier stuff. Come a long way from that first table when I felt like I was poking you guys with a stick to get you to kind of do it, but you guys are really coming into the characters. It's coming together. Rudy, you blended in just perfect. It was a smooth transition. You're gonna fit in here. I enjoy the character Micah, and the sneaking in the room was just great stuff. My wish is Sam, man, you gotta speak up more. I felt like you were a fly on the wall tonight. I'm used to you being a little bit more vocal.
Once the Dragonborn left, I was furiously finding ways to counter like a ring of free action.
You can't. That's my one get out of hold person spell.
Actually, you can.
There are a few ways.
Yeah, they're in. Well, I guess
Heat metal on the ring.
Work. Yeah. Ow, ow, ow.
I was
Yeah.
just going to say dispel
work.
magic, but whatever.
I went the
No,
route.
fantastic session.
I don't know that dispel
course you
magic
did.
is gonna undo that ring.
Yeah, it's not a spell, so I don't think so.
I can't point at
Well,
your
it
magic
is.
daggers. I can't point at your daggers and dispel the magical enchantment.
Right.
I would do that every
Actually-
fight if I could.
I
Would
want to say you
suggestion
can.
work? I would. I agree with Frankie. I don't think spell magic
Yeah, I
would do
don't think so.
anything.
Every DM would just dispel every magic item ever that their party
Right.
gets.
It's more like an ongoing spell, like darkness, like that.
It's a magical effect, not a magical enchantment. That's how I'll say it. Not just getting Sam to talk more, but I am a little sad because Tiz reached back out to me and asked for their seat back. But Micah, you got it, and we're not kicking you out. That's for sure.
Well, thank you.
So, Tiz, if you're watching tonight, we miss you, buddy. But Thursday's got a seat open if you still want to play. With that, thank you, everybody who stopped by tonight. We peaked at like 10 viewers at one point. That was crazy.
Nice.
It was a pretty good stream. Be good to each other. Everybody say goodbye to chat.
Bye, chat.
Bye, everybody.
Did I get inspiration tonight? Was I MVP? With inspiration?
Oh yeah, because we've actually used it now, so it's important.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a split between Leland and Micah, so you can both take inspiration.
Ew.
See, I'm nothing if not a generous DM. And on that note, we'll see you guys on the next stream.